One, we'll put in place a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials in line with the principles of ethical leadership, modesty, humility, integrity, and accountability. We will nominate all our cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval within the first 14 days in office. We would have named all our cabinet ministers. We will constitute the leanest and most efficient government in the history of the Fourth Republic in the first 90 days in office. We will hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Number 5, we'll commence the drafting of needed legal amendments and preparation for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the President. Number 6, we will establish an accelerated Export Development Council, which I will personally chair, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Number 7, we'll convene a national consultative conference on education with CHAS, NAGRAT, NAT, CCT, NAPS, SETAG, Vice Chancellors Ghana, PRINCOF, TEWU, UTAG, PTAs, students, think tanks, academia, parents, and other stakeholders to build consensus on the improvement of our education sector, including the free SHS. Number 8, we'll scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business in our first 90 days in office. 1, e-levy. 2, COVID levy. 3, betting tax. 4, emissions levy. And we'll review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. 9, we'll introduce the no academic fee stress policy for all first-year students in public tertiary educational institutions, in universities, in technical universities, in polytechnics, colleges of education, nursing training institutions, under our no fee stress initiative. We will budget for this, and the money will be given to the Student Loan Trust. It will register all the level 100 students, and it will pay the money to their universities on their behalf so that they don't have to go and pay anything. It will be a grant. It's not be a loan. It will be a grant, so they don't have to pay for it. 10, we'll introduce the following social intervention policies. 1, free tertiary education for persons with disability. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund, which will be a fund that will help the treatment of kidney ailments, hypertension, heart disease, high blood pressure, and all those kinds of things. We'll commence within 120 days the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in basic and secondary schools. 11, we will institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. 1, MPP's collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. We will institute an audit into the illegal printing of money by the Bank of Ghana to finance the corrupt Akufo-Addo Biennial administration. We will investigate the 58 million National Cathedral scandal. We'll investigate the COVID-19 expenditure scandal. We'll investigate corruption scandals including the PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts, 13th All-African Games, SkyTrain, Kwalugu Dam, mass sets, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators, missing tricycles, illegal and inflated single source contracts, bus scandals, and many others. We institute a government policy banning all political appointees and politically exposed persons from buying any state assets. We will allocate seed money within 120 days for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank to support women-owned and women-led businesses. We will launch the following priority job creation programs in the budget. The first is Ejumawura, that is the entrepreneurial project to promote 10,000 young entrepreneurs and mentor them. The 1 million coders program will roll out a Made in Ghana agenda to promote the production and consumption of locally produced goods, particularly through leveraging of government spending power. 15, we'll review the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles to rescue the local automotive industry in Swami Magazine, Konkompe, Aboso Okai, and all others. 16, we'll lay before Parliament a new bill to usher in a new era of government scholarship administration, which will, among others, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in the award of government scholarships. We will make the scholarships process transparent, publish the names of everybody who is given a scholarship so that the whole country will know who are getting those scholarships. 17, we will aggressively confront number 3. Number 3 is not a small position. We will aggressively confront the illegal mining menace and place a ban on illegal and new mining activities in forest reserve and roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. 18, we'll launch the Black Star Experience. Unfortunately, the paper on creative industry couldn't be read because we've run out of time. But in there, there's what we call the Black Star Experience. It's our major creative industry and tourism initiative. So the Black Star Experience will be launched. It's an initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, arts, creative industry, and tourism brand to transform Ghana into a preferred hub for creative industry and tourism. 19, we will commence investigative processes to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements who are causing havoc in our country. 20, we will reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases, including the 2020 election killings, Ayawaso West Wagomba election violence, murder of Ahmed Swale and Silas Wulo Chame. 21, we'll initiate a probe into the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage from the Akosombo and Kon dams that displaced and destroyed the livelihoods of thousands of citizens in the Volta region. And we will take immediate steps to provide compensation for the victims, including those in the lower Volta, those in Oti, those in Bunu East, those in the Savannah regions, and other areas that were affected by the flooding. We'll carry out a shake-up. Of all loss-making SOEs and realign them to break even and transition into profit-making. This is a social contract with the people. A lot of people ask me, you're going to find an economy in a mess. How are you going to handle all this? We're going to realign our expenditure. We're going to cut out waste. We'll realign the budget so that we can create more fiscal space in order to finance these projects. We're going to use innovative methods to raise the resources so that we can finance these programs. We're going to prioritize, strictly prioritize, and select the most important projects that will create immediate benefits for the people of Ghana. We're going to put our money where our mouths are. That is what a new NDC government is going to do. Here, Maza the matter, Danwaina, Nago de Kore, Ezu, Manya Munache, wanda ya gwada maka soyayya ya kamata ke maka gwada mashi soyayya. Ezu don shi ne ana faɗi wai so mai sonka. Yanda zongoni suka gwada muna soyayya, insha Allah ale ba mu karfi e ba mu iko mu ma mu gwada musu soyayya haka nan. Ezu don shi ne keni na Sadiq ya faɗi wai insha Allah in muka zo mu duka mun sani kaman zuwa Mecca ya zama one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Amma yau saboda kudin da ya kamata a biya a je Mecca, mutanenmu, iyayenmu, maza da mata da yawansu sun yi niyya su je Mecca amma ba su yi. Idan Allah ya ba mu mulki muka zo za mu rage kudin Mecca ne kowa inda ya yi niyyar shi ya samu ya je. Eza karshen mangana na mun sani watan Ramadan in za a yi azumi ana duba watanni kamun a fara Ramadan. In za a kwance azumi ana duba ni a gani wata tukun a kwance. Don shi kowane lokaci ya zo a yi kaman waranga sun ci sallah yau gobe waranga kuma su ci sallah. Don shi abinda za mu yi mu kawo zaman lafiya kowa ya ji dadin sallah za mu kara za mu kara ranar hutawa guda shine ana turawa na cira holiday. Za mu kara guda a kan Idil Fitr don shi in wayan ga sun kwance yau sun ci sallah yau waɗanda sun kwance gobe su ma su samu su ci sallansu. Yau dai Hausan Kano na ya zo sosai ba wasa ba. One, we'll put in place a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials in line with the principles of ethical leadership, modesty, humility, integrity, and accountability. We will nominate all our cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval within the first 40.
74. Yeah, ebusu Ghana baby a tono bia. And one and Kofuan di one dance. Your number 1 immune booster bako pe. Ya ma would do who free ya dear Kwankro. Ya wahu doing another hono 2074. Dr. Benjamin Ray, Mahamu Kwaba. Na apom to say,
Yamiadum Boko, na one way.
Yamena dom any tontina. Say, yeah, no, the tom. It's your boosty immune system until debia. Your good health. You are pumping, Papa.
Ye denyamiase.
Sir, I dance here, ba.
Oh, I dance here, eba. And
for any idea drone home.
Money,
and we said, Papa, only T74.
Sa pepe. Now, last week, you know, once ye casafa. A Maya fiber new variances.
Yeah.
It's a member baby no more free I say baby na new I say last week ni first time. In terms say a drew be na first and bema so timi no man na
okay.
A map a drew ana
okay.
Pacho person Mrs. Ubi me say oba timi no bema timi no.
Okay.
Yeah enye a ma a drew pe enye map a drew. Yes, a do be a boy and member last year casafa prostate say 20 me boy and bema so into 74
diabetes
diabetes a boy hypertension BP a boy and I can infections and so sometimes yeah see be so say obi okro so nya 74 e bit me aboa
no bi no de bi
dress kro yes into 74 enye a map edru
okay
mpacho
and last week no the first time remember ni bitie ntina adwene course last week ni ye din komo na me kan ye say 74 yade asa no doso
yes
yade asa no edoso ene ye ni komo ni ye misa set 2074 yakasa yama hypertension, blood pressure
yes,
prostate yes, diabetes fibroid nso kura e kwan be sunti hepatitis kwa yedi hu nkomo wa say da
yes
hepatitis nso no se onum 2074 eno so etimi eboa enti Dr. Benjamin eba say ena duro ba ko awie yekuta me 2074 etimi eboa wapom den yalewa hoduo pi etimi akutia
okay medasi pi na mechia etifo so senya bibidro eye juma no eye sronko
okay
you know oftentimes no enkrofo compare bibidro ene abrofo duro no and I think that is where the issue is bibidro enya abrofo duro okofa bako ofa say edua bako yesi esa yare bako ebi ne nim for instance nim due ya nyina yenim say dodo no nim say ofa nim o yare malaria na so ofa nim a itimi boa afi yete ho sa na covid covid bae say ofa nim a ebetimi ama covid na ko ebetimi boost we immune system you know covid is a viral condition but nim kroya yede sa malaria yare no etimi boa so with covid some boost immunity edua ba akoro so the thing with herbal no herbal the send adwuma is different in that offer edua ba ko was a number of compounds
okay
number of compounds
okay
inti sa eba eninti na nim etimi sa malaria etimi sa covid etimi boost immune system yare foforo so ho anim etimi boa ene de mesre say yebeye we yebeko academics mu kakra
okay fire room na chire mu because enkrofo wo erase issues bebrefa they were herbal medicine no sitie say dro ba ko obetisi yesi yewe nti emre wo mu fire kom
medase nti answer na dro betimi aye dwuma na enam compound a ewo dro ni mu
okay
enam compound na ewo dro
eniema hodo a yede ye dro no
yes enduani dro a
okay
yes enena ema edro bi etimi eye dro especially bibi dro no yes nti any other say abrofu dro kwa compound bi wom ade bi ho a yede ye dro na ema edro etimi ade a eye
okay
yes na oba herbala sina medical kan no edua ba ko a lot of these compounds ena 74 ade a yede ye no yede atoa ena yede prekese ena yede moringa ena yede ye
ade also mo de atoa
yes eye duaba yellow bia tedi
udi a ede
yes yes ede nti ena na yede ye na mpese me concentrate on moringa yes
ena ase de prekese
yes
okay
ena yede ye 74
okay
yes na moringa obi aye research bi on moringa na mpese me kan ade anipa no troy or say common nutritional plant sources reveals that M. oleifera and moringa no provides more than 7 times the vitamin C found in oranges. Ya yen so ope vitamin C a unya akutu a ebeboa.
Okay.
But research na maye hu say moringa ebe provide 7 times ni obenya
vitamins no obenya
vitamin C no a obenya wa anka mu no. So offer 1 kilo orange no offer 5 kilo 1 kilo and as offer moringa so 1 kilo amount of vitamin C a obenya moringa mun 7 times ni obenya
ewo anka mu.
Okay, it continues say 10 times the vitamin A in carrots. Yenim say vitamin A ewo carrot mun eboa with yani ni penny eboa pa but ehwehwemu amaye hu say offer moringa the same kilo na it has 10 times. Into HS offer moringa na more vitamin C 7 times that obenya ankamu.
Okay.
Offer moringa na obenya 10 times vitamin na obenya carrot mu.
Okay.
So instead of crass obenom akutu ene na echina wakwakoto carrot kra no ababe no offer moringa research no my hu say you get all these minerals
ewom
and it continues 17 times calcium calcium is good for the bones.
Okay.
17 times calcium found in milk. In the milk is protein. But it also has calcium and a lot of calcium. But in the compared to Enyama Yenim said they have these vitamins and minerals. So 17 times. And 9 times the protein found in yogurt. 15 times the potassium found in banana. 25 times the iron found in spinach. This is just moringa. And we are minerals no krayamba yaria esa ho.
Okay.
So one plant has a lot of these minerals that is good for our health. Inti se me ba say nanama ofa moringa ena se wo ni yaria ebeboa. Ofa moringa ena se udompemu eye wo ya. Wo dompemu yaria ebeboa. Yes. Me kan we it's not just say okay. You see, it's because research cry approve. Say that one plant has all these minerals. When we continue, there are places that actually say this same moringa no boy with cancer. Into you can say tontina boy with cancer first, second stages boy. So tontina moringa a boy with cancer, a boy with diabetes, antimicrobial resistance, a boy. You see, so a bunny bibidra one plant a number of compounds. So o combine 2 plants, 3 plants. Say now tontina ya combine 3 plants now. It means say adia a drone bit my crown becomes bebre
p
a beye p se bako krati misa like a do. And I saw the miensa de kanwa. But the miensa boma number na akosro. So that is how herbal medicine works. That is how herbal medicine works. And I think that baby na name these basics. Only name the sign name ye until you be bet me at na baby no say herbal for na de bia a draw back tontina for and then this week mo say diabetes, next week mobile mo say prostate, mo somebody say hepatitis, tontina a draw bibi draw back pe na yes juma we nyina, but it's because of the compounds in it.
Ayi ema wo a ye wadro bi haban bi din bu twitwa ya maame mu twitwa na o ma noa.
Yes.
O mo se ekum yam kuro wo a ekum yam kuro nti wonnom nso a esama wudidi ma wo ye kese.
Thank you.
Say du kro na bi so esan so timi hwie bi ma sefa kokosa.
Me da se.
So wo enti say da wo kan ebibidro e na nya wo nko an ye no ade ma wo.
Yeah.
Na nsen kwa mahu se social media so kra no e ma na fra ase ye kra se se wafu so kra no a na sa wonnom nso kra na etimi ma wafu ye dai e kofom. By draw back no ni dem se friend se kokro do so. Bibisa ezi dia wo kan na atwe madwene abaso
yeah
na anu ya mahu se TikTok ni social media nkofo ya se wunya bi kura na anom a e be ne fat ya ma wafu eye ketua ba se wo hwe oba nso wo na se ya maame se de omo no a malaria fever nyina akoro mo nom
sa pepe
akom ni nchire mu eti na tem bia ne ya na duro ba ko ene se ya de pi na se ebibiduro no ni uniqueness e wo mu no
and then any uniqueness I womb.
Okay.
Yes. Into offer a bibidro bakwa.
Okay.
Highly possible. Highly possible. Say it me asa. But mamefa we emblem. Last year call we exhibition. Your exhibition being a media man be bar around. And also offer a do you know more no goita.
Okay.
Okay. No, or some operation.
Compo.
Yes. Operation.
Compo. The elbow minimum.
Yes. To be frank, okay. Me na me doctor me diagnostic herbal. Ye na 2074. But me nim say 20 na it me e boa with that thing.
Okay.
Your stand no ho na man buy say aduwe abone pa.
Okay.
And I say onchire mu. And all kind say na also on my range cry we bookie appointments and come kwa any surgery. But offer 20 na for some time pena adiano na it was just going down slowly.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden a cockra.
Okay.
And up to it's been a year according to him. It's been more than a year.
Okay.
Symptoms and so the
adena clear in the system.
You see, okay. Adena clear. That is herbal, okay? And any herbal, and that is tontina for you.
Okay.
Yes. Inti ejuma 2074 etimi ye no. Make me abo so say diabetes ebeboa ukura ebeboa hypertension hepatitis or prostate yare or fibroid ebeboa or ulcer ebeboa. But no matter what I say, no, the list is still not exhausted.
Okay.
Ubet me afa 2074 I'm an abo in a different area.
Okay.
Ebia o yare bi kra ofa mambo ya means mimbo minim yare chrono but over 2074 it's me eboa. So the thing with tontina there is indeed for general
no crash system but winim
yes
ti onum tontina na do office malaria ya wani mra ho so na yi yade bi apie na ayede etu ase
pepe yeah
enti abusuafo ene Dr. Benjamin no said ya wabro so no kidney diseases, heart related disease obi awakoma and afen so lungs infections and eye infections, hepatitis B and C and obi awuyem ta ya wo ya syphilis no nyina BP any blood sugar no nyina prostate mema no and afen so sickle cell anemia ohoma sickle cell no na humoja re any adini nyina early cancer stage no stage 1 stage 2 nya binumu a gononom and afen so fibroid and asthma fatigue misraw e boost immune system no eya bibidro said the doctor aka no prekese e de eya duro pa moringa nso eya duro pa e na aten yin so ayekan so yellow no eno so ye duro pa and that flyer issue etino doctor apia na wa frɛ no na enkomo bia oni ni wo bia no na woni na di na mo hye no se Ghana baby eto no bia wo benya bi ato pharmacy drugstore herbal shop bia mu wo benya bi no wato na wanom tontina 74 boost immune system ema wunya ahoden papa etime de number no to dwa no wa frɛ Dr. Benjamin 0246 073498 0246 073498 and now say 0501 62 8931 0501 62 8931 0246 073498 nkomodie bia wa akire bia no wo frɛ Dr. Benjamin na obeboa wo wo pebi kura to anase atu e de agu o drugstore mu wo pharmacy mu ba bia wo frɛ Dr. Benjamin na obeboa wo ama wo sake 0246 073498 Dr. Benjamin ebeboa wo ama wapom den awie peye kama yeda ase awie dog
miss me da CP
I wanna be there when the people start to turn it up.
Ejako every time I copy say no nsia be baby bia wo bia no wa join me share me Facebook page na efama me kwadwa asempa furniture works wa join me edi free Kumase ose asempa furniture works edum Kumase rekofai amanin ensu ejem Richard Benji Achimota Estate and now Richard Okin so join me Maria Adams se woni Eric Derry se woni Liliana Kosua bedi akompacho mon share me page ni na monfa Mame Dela Hammond se ewie na mota mechi Patrick Katia na Kofi Ahin Kingsley nie and afensu Remy Eluku ensu enie Kojofia be munyina ma join me ene ewie Godfred Daklomote ena afenso latele la yi enso a join me ene ewie ena nana adwoa kire ma nana adwoa kire ma enso a join me ewie oyibo boate eno kire de bia eno kire join me mi hunu sese eno kire a new year yi mu ye pie kwaje ye ni na anu ya na wona say eno kire okay David edinwen David Blinate Tokoli na cheso say Maryland USA ena Moro Muhammad omunyina ajo Christina Koshowo munyina ma join me enewie nti Facebook eye Accra 100.5 FM sanso ena CTV enso ewie yeda so live ya obetimi so abehwe ye ewo CTV esuo enti baby bia wo bia no mpacho ya share me page no na efama me monhye na monfama me yaba de na yaba adwuma yem ye survivors ye survivors enti no ya survive enti kwan bia so no ye gumu a ye survive ko no ye survivors enti no enura ne nkrofo frɛ me ne ade anam si o ye survivors se oti ase saa ho se oti ase saa eno ano no oti ase so ye survivor eno an so onam na wo kosa last be me ka remember omu bi akosombo dam na etwifa ayifo no so no Volta for no so no na me kan wa ha se ye no flood no e fa ye kora ache yes hey in reality no enipa hu ye in reality na nipa hu ye say ye no flood ayira fa ye but flood ayiri fa ye no Ansah kra way back kra sa na kira say Water River Authority eba bebie ayi dam na kosomo dam na tumu a spillage no ama na twiafo omanfo so enti eya atwa metumu ai enti ya survivors ya na musa ya be survive na musa but it is well and ebeyi enti abade ne aba ayi mu ayedu yabade ne aba dwuma na anakwa me yenya survivors ya survivors so ya ne your boss Kwabena Bobie Ansah ya namusa ne ye kɔ ne ye basa ene ye namusa ne ye kɔ ne ye basa but gradually we will surely be there enti mun share me page no enfama me Lilian Akosu abedi akon ya survive 8 years so in opposition ye nye nkrofo na ye sorry a ya ahohye frefre nkrofo frefre nkrofo no honorable na rent aso na honorable na me no ye ntisa ye nkonisa setawia ye nkonisa Stephen McCarthy ye ntisa Jonas Yeboa enya sa ene ye tie President Mahama enya 120 days no enema pi wo ho ka say the first 120 days wo beye waye pi eba no educational sector ho a ye hu say reforms bebre koso what committee ya committee no na wo madwuma pa ye free senior high school policy no omo hu nhyiamudie wo Volta region ho all the 16 regions one be koso nyina consult Ghana for opinion leaders stakeholders eno ne ye economic dialogue on so eba so ema wo memu anim difo nyina stakeholders no oto onsa de fre obi bia mfa na dwenkyere mmra ede ne ye be ye ebenya lasting solution ede ama Ghana efi economy ho nya biribia na aban kɔ na aban aba every 4 years bia na ye kɔ IMF na ye kɔ IMF na ye nenamu saa eno so ewo hɔ no mu a so far so good Ghana for who say ye hu reforms ye hu reforms a reflect every ase ye eye adwuma about the your friend say wo hwɛ finance ministry sector minister Dr. Kesa to force on in the team wo hwe fiscal policies niema hodo ma introduce a phrase ya yield good results ya e de eboa ye enti afenso no nuisance taxes ahodo bi a President Mahama ni manifesto NDC manifesto ewomu a okase oba obeyidi afiri ho no no God been so good odwose ayoyo betting tax away e-levy away afei emission tax levy enu ni yenwisie na no media akwa bi achi na mehwe de wi akwa ne car to nwisie pa nam se akwa be na o senka taxi e wo ho no mane pa na otua nanso yayi edi afiro san se enye sa levy no ya nsalete nkrofo e kan obia wo car to wo nwisi o car to ni nwisi o e kan ena afenso ye hwe se e-levy eno no finance minister e kan se omode akwa akoshe VAT mu value added tax mu nti eno so obeti committee bi eno na IMF ka ho betena se na omahu the way forward way out a ombetimi e de atwa covid levy emu ena afenso withholding tax na small scale miners so mining that's one so no yade a President Mahama etimi ayi edi afiri ho no mo sanso ena just last week kura ye hu die siye na o launch niem adwumawura project omo pa ho ntima wo Kumase afi Mahama Care Ghana Trust Fund ya pa ho ntima ya launch ena National Entrepreneurship Program enu nso Northern Region ya pa ho ntima ene ma na o launch no obi bisasa na President Mahama de we wani abri ya o first year o pese bibia wo yeyi na o second year no third year no fourth year ade na abeye biem said the President Mahama wani abri a o pese wo ye bibia se yeyi ai why you know who wo ye bibia se yeyi a wo ye bibia se yeyi from next year kono de na abeba ta adwuma no so adwuma no enye this year kwa no betimi aye Women's Development Bank eno so ye twesi card ya to no e de beye feasibility study bank no kwan ye be fa so ye beye ni bibia eyade a eno so ye tweska e de ato ho no mo President Mahama kan 120 days no wa yi minister sewie President Mahama ka for em so de ache Ghana for because 56 na adwuma a wo mo eye no e 127 ministers 56 ministers adwuma a wo mo ebo no so ahun 120 something ministers eti President Mahama so Ghana for boss obey 60 ministers but 60 ministers no were 56 and so Ghana for the dances say 56 no wa merge bi akeka bia bom but adwuma a omo eye no esen na akufo ado ka say adwuma ne so we have the men sisa nkrofo gu mu prekesen onu mu gu prekesen sa ewi akire na kwakoye ka ewi akire no ma ye nuisance ade ama Ghana fo na mfa so obi ani wo mo so because ekoye ka ekoye ohaw kwa and then first year tertiary institutions and only your government are buying public institutions no ewo mu se first year for no omuntua fees eno education minister kan say because of time ana finance minister equal presented budget in just omu ye payment no but on be refunded after so kura hostel na ya tum from 2500 and another no na say this academic year no esabe be frase no omu the 500 kan akwa 3000 but omu reverse ko back to 2500 wow wow President Mahama na kire se na afen so code of conduct and standards for all government officials na anu ya no so wo mo epa ho entima cabinet ministers no mu ni bibia wa ye awie papa no wa bo adwuma papa afen so ban and new mining activities in forest reserves afen so roll out tree for life and blue water initiative and also enho adwuma ekoso Ghana fo nyina di adanse 120 days Yahu massive improvement when it comes to illegal mining. What does say? One more small scale miners. Legally, ya issue lances ediama womu omukuta enkrata omu de ya mining. Na womu sensuo essence say ya forest ahodo ya see ya kwaye brentu ahodo be se enkono 9 ya no ma bawure mu a womu se nu nyina da no. The last time no omu de report by said omu timi age 7 out of 9. 7 out of 9. Omu etimi age. Ya se say site ahodo a na galamseyas no egu hono mo essence as essay ensuo no so no. Task force Lands and Natural Resources Minister Imanama Boa ena fence no Forestry Commission no ne ade no ade omatie simu a omo ye adwuma eboa pa eti Ghana fo nyina di adanse say e ban illegal mining pa they are fighting against illegal mining dia 120 days President Mahama okonanim ekoso ankasa ai ena kosomo pond dams so spillage no Volta River Authority spillage no so no ya twasika ya de ema wo mo eti se yakase ye kan AAP eniama wodo p institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets o management padea ya politicians eba na wo mo efum ni nyafu eno so President Mahama ba ye no eyade a ogusu a wo ye hu adwuma wo ye no eso pa se enye dumso enene nemu a nka 120 days die aje baifu ba no ochine kan aje baifu ba kurasi ne nani nso ade ene benya asembone aka e dia fa President Mahama 120 days ya igusu aye wo mu yi aje baifu ba ene obekasa obe address the nation na 120 days so far the odu oman na adru baby a ofa Ghana free ye 120 days eniema awaye aje baifu ba kurasi ni a nani nso ade ene begine baby aka sembone e dia fa 120 days our President Mahama ene Professor Jenano Pokwajiman amemwe hu how kakra ye wo mu a energy sector no dumso but obianim se eye hawa Honorable John Jinapo energy minister the last time we any interview uhunu se wa bre adwuma na yino because NPP after so omu lusu ye no omu tena Ghana no ase ya no ye nya short memory omu ankasa omu energy sector ho no mo no e ka kire Ghana for say dumso beba omu ka kire say omu energy sector enti omu nimni a omu kan na President Mahama bebre dumso beba ba Ghana no eni panka sem a omu ka sem tra wa na ye ja wo mo saa no mafo mo ho adi na e wo say ye ziri wo mo emu mo ka die nti mo ka ne kire ye ena dumso nya afa na aba before election nyina na ye dem 2024 throughout the year na wom but Ansah because of election into na omo manage no they be na also mu dum light no omo ntimi dum because omo nka so omo tisi abonte no mo say system na say eniema enyema wo mo edi so omo sanso di gumbum dum so no che say ebeye severe krade a ene na kire say ebeye omo beye himo edi no mo manage situation no omo dey share after election nti after election January eba no ene na kire say ebeye adwuma enti amena na wo mu tu ye wa energy sector no Honorable John Jinapo ba betom ba Honorable John Jinapo onima amena na dada because in opposition ranking member energy committee parliament onu na brief ye ona na my update about energy sector there's nowhere NPP for ba be kan de na ekoso e wo energy sector de a kire ye energy minister na po enya de no ba be kan de ekoso energy sector a kire ye e wo bra no ono no wo vice president ya ba be di and then committee ni so no omo was our committee ni there's no way on be out aba be brief Ghana for enti honorable John Jinapo ena na be brief Ghana for enti wonim amena no omo tu e de ato ho no mo amena ne de no omo nim but omo ban no omo hu se enye nkora amena eya amena kase pa 820 days no how ni amania eniema MPP aban no ekekere yede to energy sector no honom eni ade a ha President Mahama sisia ba President Mahama Ghana for bo so be fix it or how bia e won energy sector wo bia no obe fix it. The last time ni ECG omo piaro kasai no waka me say bibia ni amefre no o ma information na omo ya reforms p also omo ya reforms p ewo ECG ho made them who said President Mahama e ka say ECG no privatization bia mm ento kan no anya me nwanwa because na me di kan apeke information e dey free ECG ho a enipa ne ka kire me say omo ya reforms p system a e was so omo use nyina na omo nyusu entisika no omo jeje the free consumers ho a minister fa deputy minister fa na port hapter fort to omo die wom omo ye niam basa niam prix niam tantantan niam basa but say no timu say honorable John Jinapo me hu say honorable John Jinapo e ka say MD managing director ya wo ECG no I was so fire no Ansah no cry fire no it's true e sector bia do kwakoto ho no mo a adwuma no eso sometimes obetena ha say ya na bia me kind energy sector ba dum so a na nkofo free say you have been hard or harsh on NDC no ya pese NDC succeed ya pese honorable John Jinapo energy minister was succeed because yenim the capabilities yenim do obetimi aye he has been there before no a deputy energy minister yenim crisis asabre no na Ghana wom efan kane adum so ho one Dr. Kwabena donko yenim adwuma wo mo ye ya wo mo fixe ye yenim do mo timi ye ene yenim do mo betimi aye enti se me ba na me be ka se ye dundum ene we me ba mi sister friend mi frefijase so mo dum light eya dia Ghana ni bia nim say eya how President Mahama ababetom but oya dia ye John Dramani Mahama o siesie enti mumie mfa mpai bo enter honorable John Jinapo ni President Mahama chi ni enya rehwemu se beye yie with nim dia any team atwa ne ho ahia no ebeye yie ba honorable John Jinapo se ne a wo kan ye no se MD no omoawo a ele se si anu mapam no no okode baby se regional directors edema ECG omomo a you sack them se district directors omomo a transfer them febi ko enkurase baby kura ho do it but mum brief ye mum update ye mum Ghana fo hu challenge no mum ye hunu mum Ghana fo ye hunu Honorable Jinapo kire Ghana fo energy sector no ne wakwa akotom ka kire ye nipa ye nim because next wo so be mpa kan so there will be dim so next year there will be dim so Ghana fo wa hey mbe hu paka business I don't say energy sector I know what I'm talking about. I say me energy sector ntimi ni America. Oko bisa na po say fa low shedding timetable bra o so kona koya wo de. So we free Ghana odun so dun kona koya wo de. Enti na wo how da ho. Na wo how e wo ho. E na honorable Jinapo wakwa akotom. Kire Ghana fo ma ye hu. Senator Professor Stephen Ade, former rector Gempa. Ya President Akufo-Addo Abaimu. Say Ghana Revenue Authority na no ya board chair na board member. Board chair. Si ado ko Ghana Revenue Authority. se kwaye board chairman a enya sam gitu ono kura wadi de ono kura wadi yie wanya bie die wanya no ho under president Akufo-Addo credit me ka say so rate president Mahama 120 days year do be kan say eniema koyie president Mahama abo adwuma said de we fra se ne wo si kɔ no say ya no wo kɔ no be yie dia me so wo kyene ne kan ye aje se bayifo kurasi ni ba aje se bayifo kurasi ni eba so Richard Benji also there I was listening to forget about them just forget about ukokotia do obi abeka bia me say aje se bayifo kurasi ni ba president Mahama ba ye no okay and we say your Professor Stephen Ade or say anybody who is objective will say President Mahama has done very well in his first 120 days. Professor Stephen Ade or see anybody who is objective will say President Mahama has done very well in his first 120 days. Now the first 120 days, no. Mekai madam for be your friend or Sajaman, or your importer. Now, Sabran baby, I near to all a pass one. Woocham. Now, we'll trap President Mahama near NDC by your home. 2015-2016, we bet 2 tough him. One back up. You bet 2 one back up. Oh, now, one more buyer now, Muka Omufa kwan bi su kwakwaji loan bi bebe gu system nim. Omu first 3 months na mu ena pa. Omu kwaji loan bi. Ya parliament am pass it through due process. Am fa process mu. E hwana dollar ni drop back akra bi na bomia eye dede. Wache dollar no, wache no. Watu ni plum odiki na ma IGP. Oh, then people for boss say, dollar. Everybody 1 cedi. Yeah, me abeyeni. Everybody 1 cedi. Everybody 1 cedi. Ah, one would dear Dr. Bobie. Oh, Uchamwa 2017 anumuwa. Who send people for no mu boss say, try hunt ma. Hey, I was so careful. Good for across the country. A chantema. Equana, sorry. Because can for Riatamu. And I start the same mo. Oman siki any approval from parliament. Akwa kwaji loan. E di ababe good system nim. Omri be good system no. Dollar no so a drop ya bakakra. Enti kire say MPP for say ye. Ya arrest dollar no. Ya tuni prumo. Ya the key na my IGP o. Osa ajeman. Another 3 months. O friend na no twa na na do mpoa. And rate abeni daily exchange rates Wednesday 7 May 2025 US dollars buying there's a $1 13 cedis 44 pesos on in a guachi $1 no. So wo kwa akota se wo tonwa. Enti se wo kwa akopɛ dollar. Eno no 13 cedis 45 pesos. 13 cedis 45 pesos. Pound sterling. King Charles. Pound sterling. And also buying 17 cedis 96 pesos. Selling. You bi acho 17 cedis 9889 pesos. Euro. Abrochirefo ni su. Abrochirefo ni wu. Omu su. Euro. Eswati yaba 15 cedis. 24 pesos. Selling 15 cedis 26 pesos. We say interbank rate used by commercial banks for transactions. Eti dia kwasuanie. Kwa me yana me kuma no abebo ode asempa na bo. Wiai bebo gum. Kwajo otu danso munhia me page ni mfama me why? Munhia obi an hia mfama me. Ochi kokosi foster. Munyina wiai munhia page no. Maba de na maba. Na Elijah Ashite Aaron Odia Mensa ni Odate Mills enti enra de no no where Tuesday do say na Wednesday right where na de okay enti na rate no say abrochirefo ni super say the president Mahama de aba no obeha wo mo abogafo na ni abre pa say no President Mahama bana oban na ada Obama wo so obeteti wo mabrabo ana ayi say we project wo fie na se first no wo de $100 ba na so obenya 1500 a say enu 1004 mpo and say the ade na tiba form no first no wo ye project wo fie na de €1,000 ba wo nim say €1,000 de wanya kora no wo betimi anya 18,000 Ghana cedis ba say the ade na sika ko no €1,000 no 16,000 kora wunya. Hey, abaga fo na ni abre pa. O mo frase ye. O mo bu afu. Aje se no, se no ache se ade a enka first no betimi di $2,000 aye no. Aje se kura no di bi ka ho. Yes. When the system is working. When the fundamentals of the D&D is strong. Our city will make you cry. The fundamentals ne are stronger. So ubesu o abrechire besu amagana ni asre ye de yesre pa because sa exchange rate matter issue yi see the depreciation yesika ye hata enkrofo a kuta $1,000 $2,000 $5,000 ekrakra ne man kakra tonton nyina sika ase because adia somewhere 2020 wo betimi ede best 7,000 2020 mekai mini Betty mami bia ne yafa ne niema wo UK London mami bia ne ya tontade o se ya oda niema ede afri mami ho no mo London that time £1,000 na ya best 10,000 Ghana cedis after £1,000 ni timi kwaya kokodu ade 10,000 Ghana cedis no etimi kwaya kokodu 20,000 Ghana cedis 21,000 Ghana cedis eniema no wonto niema buonim eniema na ya no dresses na ya no a ebi ya prices ebi yes no ya wo ton Cecilia ede ema ye no ade na yeto no Cecilia ntum but sika wo de be order ne ma no ya ukuta 20,000 pounds a etimi eto ne ma 2,000 pounds no afei 2,000 pounds na kwa akoda ne 40,000 Ghana cedis uje tira hye usika hye woni magu ase ya oda ne ma wo China eniema that time oda ne ma wo China ukuta bese ukuta say 5,000 Ghana cedis a $1,000 ukuta 10,000 Ghana cedis a $2,000 after $2,000 e was 10,000 Ghana cedis no akwa kodru bese kire say this ukuta bese ya bro $1,000 a eye bese 6,000 we dem fast 6,000 Ghana cedis impo $2,000 eye 12,000 no afi no $1,000 no ankoye double cross akoye 12,000 no afi nam 18,000 within a year, just a year, afe ba kupem, afe ba kupemo from 2021. You were 2022 mu. 2022 afe ba kupem. Adia ye 6,000, adia dollar $1,000 ya. Ye 6,000 Ghana cedis no. Ye ni so tete ye no. Ne drew 17,000 Ghana cedis. Ne nam 18,000 Ghana cedis. Ne ekwa ya kokodu baby say ya kwaji kokon syndicated loan. I quite remember say samre wey kwadwo oponkroma e ka kire Ghana for say koko loan e ba enti e ma exchange rate na atiaba form. Ya we so preso wa Ghana ha kopem bra koko loan 1.2 billion and the first trench buy mu kakra na chese and a second trench buy and na chese etimi reduce ba kakra 16 15 sa and a gun krofo nyuma enti ade a wo market a force bela na ya ton best 1,500 no afeni ya ton 3,500 4,000 and then the last time I mean nkrofo bi diago first bill na ya ton 3,000 you say e 9,000 plus car na ya ton 50,000 you say e best 200,000 e wo Ghana ha car na ya ton me car me Toyota Camry ya say si baby 2016 na ye 60,000 say ye close to best 300,000 Ghana cedis. Just say within 2 years na MPP say Ghana no ma collapse Ghana, destroy Ghana. Ama just say o mine no ejija o mine say o mine collapse o mine collapse just say bibia wo Ghana bia say bibia say within a short time not just say I said Ghana nya Ghana biem because adia ukuta 50,000 etimi ye no I just said na ukuta best times 3 and wait me dia ye adia ukuta 10,000 etimi ye no I just said ukuta times 3 and say na wait me dia ye enti na ya kwa kodu say inflation etimi shutu ya kodu 54%. Na dollar nam 17 18 na petrol liter ne namu bese 17 cedis 18 cedis na konenti hey. And then today the audacity say we be hunu say MPP for eye dede wa bonten 2016 NDC lusu ye no 2017 omo sheda tnase emma MPP for mmere se Ghana for some say ya ntimi anye ya bon ya san modi ya ko opposition enti enya MPP for mo munye wa wonti chase na wonti MP NDC for nka omo nkasa ko mani abre e kwa mo fa so mo lusu ye no omo ni abre kwasi botwe committee nam across the country ama party no mu no omo hu kwan be fa so be rebuild the party ama party na san so afa ne ntuma pade afura biem eno mu jai MPP best 1 year na NDC do woti wo omo nka but enye gidigidi say omo criticize aban no ene fa hefa nkosi ha ene nye sei NDC as a opposition party and lead demonstration o so omo ka ho kra na omo hyehyehye nkrofo achi CPP num Bernard Mona nom ne Asepa nom eni Bobie mu group yam tititiye eno but NDC as a political party, the largest opposition party ye wo Ghana ha say no 1 year 2 years edu baby kwa ne ye kwa ye bu ofu say NDC for adai mun sorry but today Professor Stephen Adele kwabo President Mahama Baso no hwe de ye witness ne niam a ye hu wo Ghana ha se NPP fo ye dede ti campaign dede fo eye dede e wo Ghana ha sei eye protest eye demonstration eye dede hunu nkwase dede na mo ye etuetua ni paso boa se Ghana no ye nya yasomdwe o ye second independence ye fa hudie ye toso mienu ne ye nsa kan ya je ye nya ye fa hudie na dear President Mahama so no say ya ne ye penwo because gold board obi a kan gold board na no me tie interview bi said dem ka say gold board no say free asia so mo regulate no mo de ajadwuma on weekly basis grand gold board betimi anya be say $200 million masa o dollar akosesa wo dollar akona akosesa wo abrochire na said one packet dollars bi afa bra na be sesa ne ntem fa gu bank account because dollar be ya ha wo Ghana ha dollar e be ba form wo Ghana ha se sami jamfi mu gold board every say ye adwuma na on weekly basis inflows fra say ba yenya reserve pa say every month bia no ye ku yenya he me say wo dollar wo pounds wo euros wo project bia wo ye wo Ghana ha say ya na se sika da hono mu a frase fa sika ne bra because exchange rate ne ebe drop it by June ending na say de nemeka na nyacha say dollar number 10 Ghana cedis before election me kan woni sun catch president say me edita say President Mahama bakwa no otimi ma dollar ko 10 cedis am say ontimi oh President Mahama ontimi say dollar be ba 10 cedis pa ontimi but the rate at which sika no air drop e ba no o ye businessman no wa holy and MPP for no ma holy sika o oma holy sika papa foreign currencies no oma holy ankasa munyi mpie na muntungum because ebe ba fam wo cement tona wo sika wo brochira fesika na bra no muntungu ho omo sesa no muntungu ho because they said the na bro na duru no Ghana dwa defense so abro ne bayiye omo ntene ma no so but se mo ntene ma no so a mo hwe na man start se mo to ne ma bom wo Ghana ha mo hwe na man try mo ye pesami nkunya mo ye greedy na mo ayam ho se mo de MPP fo na MPP adwen boni wo wadwadifo bitim wo Ghana ha se no se wonte wa de so a hwe na wan trasa wo to wa de ebuom because enema na mu import de ba no sa niema no se no exchange rate na aswati aba from eno na mu digi duty enti ade na wutu 100,000 Ghana cedis no se no adrop aba from enema na wo kwa akofa no exchange rate ane de ma wo no se adrop de aba from enti wunni any excuse any explanation any reason bia say wo beto niema buom wontimi me kan kire Ghana ni sai wo se sika no na sai me na 16 cedis na ye 15 cedis and ade kofa ne ma ne baaye enti sabana se dollar ne so atia wo beto ne ma bo so wo ba betum enya de be ya adwuma wo Ghana ha se mo try a rallies regime e be start eno kra no emire kwa ni mu no e wo se President Mahama se no se wo man krofo kwa bontene ahwe ene ma bo commodity prices then dollar na etimi drop ya ba 11 12 ho no mu no ane 10 na ni asan so akọ market si ye ba market na se ma toto ne ma bom a then ye be force ma matete so ye mu obi anfa mra nhye ne nsem moto ne ma bom at the time a exchange rate e kosoro mo si nuisance taxes mu wo issues bebre mu complaining ne ma pi fortunately aban papa aba yenya ye fa ahudie second independent ama ene ma sesa enti wonni any explanation any excuse say wo betena aboso kan wo betena tudu wo betena kantamanto wo betena kageti adwom central market wo betena kotokoraba wo betena wo store ano na waka kire Ghana ni say wo de obetoto niema buom ye di bronya wie ye mototo niema buom a fine mutututu mu a edi bronya wie ye no wu se ukwa market ane atoto niema buom kakra nye enye bumbum sa but ma atoto niema buom kakra eye enough is enough eye dia mude ye duro no eye but adia nanama eye me nwanwan se MPP MPs eti radio TV so e kan se hunu MPP fo wa ban mu a dollar ko ye kokodru 17 cedis 18 cedis no omo ka kire Ghana fo se senka ye NDC fo na wa ban mu a enka dollar no ebedu 25 Ghana cedis per dollar ensem de yati bio I said no mfisa Ghana for. I said no mfisa ye Jimmy be saying. Because in some no Canada doesn't make sense. Say obi dollar 1 cedi $1 aye 4 cedis. No aba bet na do 10. Na Ghana for kan. Na wa catch Ghana for say Vice President o head economic management team. No wa catch Ghana for say dollar do 10 cedis a. Say ka ye NDC for na dollar do 15 cedis. Ka ye NDC for and ka bana ka dollar no because who fisa Ghana for ye Jimmy. Umam Dr. Baumia ne enko. Mama Dr. Baumia ne yenhwie ngum. Dr. Baumia katire Ghana for say because of one nim dia ono wo etikwa no watimi manage dollar. Ya obeto ne 20
say that we have mismanaged the city, but then they mismanaged it worse than we have without a crisis. Maybe kasa kakra about the exchange rate. Me paso mutie because omuntie asie. When it comes to the exchange rate, you measure performance by the rate of depreciation. And yes, sir, the rate of depreciation. Enti ushe onomre noswa the NDC period. If they say that we have mismanaged the city, but then they mismanaged it worse than we have without a crisis. Maybe kasa kakra about the exchange rate. Me paso mutie because omuntie asie. When it comes to the exchange rate, you measure performance by the rate of depreciation. And yes, sir, the rate of depreciation. Enti ushe onomre noswa the NDC period of 8 years, the city depreciated by 74% without a crisis. 8 years, no crisis, no global crisis, no COVID pandemic, no Russia-Ukraine war, no global economic recession. 8 years, 74%. Under the MPP, as at today, after 8 years in office, with a global economic crisis, with COVID pandemic, we have depreciated the city by 72%, which is lower than their depreciation. Choboy, if they say that we have mismanaged the city, but then they mismanaged it worse than we have without a crisis. Maybe kasa kakra about the exchange rate. Me paso mutie because omuntie asie. When it comes to the exchange rate, you measure performance by the rate of depreciation. And yes, sir, the rate of depreciation. Enti ushe onomre noswa the NDC period of 8 years, the city
rate would have been 16 cedis to the dollar under NDC Baumia. And then Omeki emphasis be wahase. 2009 Mills Mahama ebeto $1, 1 cedi 1 peso, 1 cedi 1 peso, not to a dollar. And almost 2017 almost buy and $1 air 4 cedis. Na se oba beto $1. Obi beto $1, 1 cedi 1 peso. Na watimi or the call 4 cedis or the call 4 cedis for 8 years or the call 4 cedis 8 years. Also oba beto no 4 cedis 8 years ekwaya kokodu 17 cedis. Now catch the Ghana for say we any percentage wise we a better manager. I think do no the free 1 cedi equal 4 cedis no. Do no the free now we dey free 4 cedis. Akọ pre not 8 cedis. Thank you. What dey can Kenya emon 8 cedis. Kenya times 2 8 cedis. Anya times 2 8 cedis. Anya times 3 12 cedis. Why anya times 4? And then times 4 na who drew ya no. Abro times 4 no so who catch the Ghana ni say. Oh yeah, just say when with me manage economy ni ye. Because in percentage wise no. Ha, na Dr. Baumia dey. No. Bibi aboko dey. bibia boko enti NDC na mo ka kire Ghana for say NDC eba ban mu a dollar ebe shoot kwa kodru 25 cedis no NDC ba ban mu no Dr. Baumia 8 years vice president who had the economic management team adia went me anye no adia wo destroy no adia wo say no Dr. Kesa to forcing unu yaketoa on fix wo mess e de amount Ken Oforiata any Amin Adam Kokora wa 47 papa mpanimfo 47 de motifie dure yi Ken Oforiata adwem boninti yade ani aduro na ye papa we Koju ayi kora bi 18 years kidney di ato na ayim edit America so ho papa panimu ti se Ken Oforiata wo mesa wo create ye no Dr. Kesa to forcing Odin wisdom I don't know wisdom wisdom common sense wisdom mo mesa mo creating 8 years no won fix it gradually said the Ghana for your time wo machi no ntino on be fix so the amaye 8 years 2017 to 2024 mo say niema because na mo jebosia mo fa adwini ni nyansa bia nto ho mo twa sika gu system ni mu a mo fa adwini ni nyansa bia nto ho kwa me ne Ghana Statistical Service e de ayi inflation aba mo fa no so nto so na Ghana for hweb ene March na ye 24% ene ya drop ya about 21% e ye common sense any wisdom not because President Mahama ba eno wanya no ho the first 120 days wafa kwati kwaso akwaji loan ukokora wunya enka fi bia ya start o man no afi bia be chance ya July September October moko international market kwaji euro bond koko loan but unfortunately for President Mahama koko loan koko syndicated loan 2024 moko ye mo ho aka eni se moko ji be chedie ntino 1 penny $1 kura mo enya 2024 muko international market a country called Ghana akọ international market ekwa akope koko loan wanya bi enti Ghana heya treasure bill heya na mo ba abosiabo si aside syndicated loan euro bond nso free bank 2022 eba ni adi nyina yenya bida enti hwe President Mahama metu koko loan dollars bia ewo ayi Bank of Ghana wa ma metu euro bond bia be 3 billion and now 1 billion bia eda your friend is a Bank of Ghana but onwu de bi a wototo niema April 2025 inflation drops to 21.2% from 22.4% in March 2025. Okay, Ghana Statistical Service na di we say yaba. Enti April die ni a drop it aba from kakra. Be say 1.2% a drop it aba from kakra enie. Enti eye dan na mo a na munya loan no mo mutimi de afe ba ko ekwaji syndicated loan $1.3 billion. Eji euro bond $3 billion na mo de piso. Na mo de abegu system nim. Na Bank of Ghana essence twesi kadi piso no. Eden wo man ne sey. Eden wo man gijaye. Eden wo man economy no chese say ya afa nu ye ne Sri Lanka for na compete wo wiase. Sri Lanka ena ne no mo compete because na Akufo-Addo Dr. Baumia Kenuforiata MPP ministers no mo ya akromfo krono no mo ya akromfo nti krono no mo boy ena inflation no issue too here because Bank of Ghana governor Dr. Ernest Addison me na ma me economist me ye economist senior high school ena me ye bie kakra bi de twatwade de hu ya but wo papa we de wenyi ne aduru ene onim de economist accountant ya wonim se mo a wo twa sika gumu no mo na inflation issue too but still ne ye twa sika gu system nim common sense wo wotwa sika gumu a mo na wotwa sika no di go system no musa no na wo sell oman economy no na inflation is shutu ene ma bo jampe ekosoro saa onim wanyina but edientia se omu twa sika na che omu twa sika no na omu che enti omu de omu adwena ne se omu twa sika no omu che without thinking about ordinary Ghanaians say they will suffer the consequences. Ghana ni ne be that challenge difficulties a e be free sa musika wia no ene musika na mu twa no de ba enti NDC abaya ba o ba dollar e drop it amana brochirefo nyina esu ye videos be bia be fa bia mu ye videos gu ho omu su the president Mahama ye na emwa wo mo na the president Mahama ye na emwa but Ghana ye ni age because se dollar no exchange rate ni eso tiba fom a Ghana fo ye ho be han ye adwadifo ho be han ye eni me tutum bo rough no e be kɔ fom nano enu amahu se afenyo marking rebel leader wakɔ kasa se enye bibia na afenyo marking ye enye bibia he enye policies bia na wan introduce anase bia wode egu akwan so a enu $18 na drop ba na they are not paying their creditors omuntua contractors ka omuntua ede beka omuntua statutory funds omuntua wei enti metwa na me se ati so mo apply common sense o afenyo na mo lucky bi on NPP na mo lucky common sense
Look, do you know why the cedi is stable? No, I want you to understand something. Do you know why the cedi is stable? The cedi is stable not because Dr. Forson at the finance ministry is doing anything special. It's because government is not spending. It's because contractors are not being paid. It's because there's no liquid in the circulating in the economy. I'm not an economist, but this is basic economics. I've been talking to businessmen. A lot of certificates have not been paid since government came into office. Not one. Mainstream government, finance ministry hasn't paid a single soul. What they have been paying, releasing is monies for Jubilee House, fuel for president's car, chief of staff ne car, and a party for walk one up and down. Ebia sikebia himfuba visitor ebia what by a protocol releases and then maybe other ministries current one expenditure bia will release but sikankasa abambe release to pay private sector entities who have worked for government has not paid. Look, do you know why the cedi is stable? No, I want you to understand something. Do you know why the cedi is stable? The cedi is stable not because Dr. Forson at the finance ministry is doing anything special. It's because government is not spending. It's because contractors are not being paid. It's because there's no liquid in the circulating in the economy. I'm not an economist, but this is basic economics. I've been talking to businessmen. A lot of certificates have not been paid since government came into office. Not one. Mainstream government, finance ministry hasn't paid a single soul. What they have been paying, releasing is monies for Jubilee House.
Asamana Ghana foka. Yen kati budget expenditure. See a kati budget expenditure and ubetimi abua. Ama ye sidi na huode na abasro kakra. Because ye expenditure na e wasro. Ye expenditure na wasro. Bank of Ghana governor sikana wo twagum no e ha system afenyo de ko mu tese na mo lack wisdom na mo lack common sense aban ba ye na anu ye we say release we fellas kwacho fosu spokesperson to the president minister government communication hwe aban ba ye President Mahama o release iska DDEP send ye tua wo mo 17 February 2025 year sika 6.0 0.081 billion Ghana cedis. Ena abani eyiye se yemfa and settle debt domestic debt exchange program DDEP bondholders yemfa ntua wo moka enie enu enie ena aside eno so kura no government has also honored the payment in kind PIK portion of 3.46 billion. Yeah, and we see a deposit here into respective bondholders' securities accounts. Yeah, nina DDEP memorandum nebia. So, eti afenwei kachira Ghana for say mo buy your first 120 days mo tua contractors ka. Kachira Ghana for ye ni Ghana hanomo ena contractor President Mahama award nyina mo suspend the contract in some be auditing. We put all the contract on hold. Some of be auditing. Why na mo first 6 months why contractor be na mutianka. From 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 urban. E dia kana na mutua. E dia be adwuma, e dia na na moye. Since I started IMF negotiations, ya ne ya creditors, external creditors, domestic creditors, now mu negotiate no. Mun chire ye sika do amutua ye. Na mun se $, enko nko chia ye creditors ka, but na mun timi stabilize exchange rate e wo Ghana ha. Na mun timi President Mahama by na no call ayi ye friend say State of the Nation address. And President Mahama contractors a kasa na modi wom na se mutua ya. Se mutua contractors ka edia enka ya dan na nka President Mahama abeto sa aka no ya de contractors. Eye common sense mo lake wisdom knowledge ya di bu man emo man ye no mo lake mo dia ne se mo be orchestrate a plan bibi se mo dia ba na maba no mo ya akromfo ba bepem ho ba be nyam ho. And sometimes ya na I wonder say Ghana ni ebinim ye jimi for that so di machie. Yes say afeno marking any MPP for some ye demonstration. Because well obi on me kwam de no because na mo churches kama nkrofo so mo kochiche obi on mo no okope 100 Ghana bi okope 50 bi boys no bebro okope 50 ni 100 di akwa drugs akwa akonom obi nso anu a de ore ni mabedi akura bi ni ho because of mo bad amemo ye course no to ba bedi mo achi ma pe 100 bi ama no na ma pe bibi di ama no because it doesn't make sense say 120 days in opposition mo betina Ghana ha say aka se mu ye demonstration etia President Mahama after niema papa ya efrase ya wabawe mu eniema Ghana for witness eniema Ghana for hunu afedo mo lack that wisdom that common sense ya di bu man no 8 years MPP for Nyankopon educate mu odi bom because mu ye greedy mu ye wicked mu tiri mu odin mu sole na mu di o ma mu defend o eya na ya me ya say enkrofo a defend MPP ya omo yesa afenyo marking mo eno mo ni sa MPP fo no yesa na enkrofo adu o machimagimi o 8 years omo ya de fo omo they have estates omo no omo properties are uncountable omo ntimi nkan their investment omo ni mu ano omo dwapade omo ni mu ano entimi ho na omo kwawe mu demonstration konkodi wo machi because Oma bebo Ghana krono Oma be destroy Ghana 8 years 120 days President Mahama nchesi kama obia o NDC baye me na na ama minya 1 cedi minya hwe but as a Ghana for your relief ya relief bi ya ase ya de ye ho afri bibi bondage bim amani hunu bi ya de ye ho ade afri mu ni pe bie ni won manadwene wo fia onimu nyansa pa se de na ama metia no ma mani bia mani anwanya menimu nyansa pa me sorry aka se MPP for so mo ye demonstration na me ko bi da President Mahama 120 days or say galamsey or be fight galamsey etimi ye galamsey wajimi and the chief justice ya suspended no and ya kwa ye the protest and the abua chief justice suspended chief justice na wudi echire awie wajimi tina asa wo mo because sankofo na mo your so called leaders na omu leadi mu no omu lead Ghana e de Ghana to amnem the audacity say ene MPP for betina radio so TV so akasa aye dede hunu kwase dede etuetu ani paso bo wo Ghana ha sei mama omanye nwunu omanye bre omanye struggle omanye mu nipa da kom omanye mu nipa su omanye wo mu nisuo e wo Ghana ha. And then January, February, March, April, May, ye remme mu ye dede hunu mu ye dede esan se dede na mo ye mu nyankofo mu di machi eneme hu se omo communicators ne baako e ka se gold for oil na president vice president Baumia e start ye no eno na a start ya e ma do me si Jimmy Keka so de po mo pepa Jimmy Keka pa de Dr. Baumia gold for oil kwaye ka e ma Ghana kwaye ka e ma Ghana president Mahama kraka say gold for oil obey investigate gold for oil adan na gold for oil no e koso no dollars 1 tiama from ama from enti we ya kan nyina no president Mahama ba me de minyanti yo minyanti me kai latter days ya na kikiri afenyo marking any speaker bag bin kikiri enu lo bi ase no mokwa kwaji $250 million and my MPP for kikiri speaker ko break na pa no ma yusu ayi parliament article bi ene den no mo de afre na omokọ $250 million bia no mokọ akọpe e de abeka IMF ho na je so mo de aba begum na aso exchange rate na no kakra ba president Mahama baye no president wa fe kire ko jilu a de me enti why se wa fe kire bi NDC for so mafa baabi mo wura baabi NDC for akwa jilu bi a mo ma ya sonte mo ma ye nhunu me na ma me tie de dem nimu nyina da no say apart from IMF sika omo trench no ba ko ya che say apart from eno no minyanti ene bilateral loan bia because koko loan die afa na fie ba be try ahwe I don't know si ye kwa ombe ma ye bia ya de ka e ka da ho ye wo si etua entiminim se koko syndicate loan no si ye kwa ombe ma ye bia euro bond nso de wa ma ne egu ho o ma sei ho entiminim e kwan ye be fa so a ono ba fa no marking sometimes no e ya mo ma mo ho kwan e ma de o se ka kire bia ye ka kire mo because muntimi e me ye wo man so empanimfo na mo destroy ni pa brabo na mo makwa mo ndi ni pa mo ngu nkrofo anwuma na mo trust na mo ndwen say still 38% agimifo wo mu enti say agimifo be to akoso manipulate wo ma dwene saa oh dia mo France ya mo ya ne de ye hunu sasa na mo ba be yo because president Mahama egu MPP by the time God board ebe start ya adwuma say ya ban ya wo be start ya inflows no na dollar no omo be start ya bin wo bi to gold e wo gold board no smuggling be regulatory system no ama dollar na ko na chese Bank of Ghana dollar ni gu ho na e ba system na se dollar no kakra ti metiba 10 cedis a MPP mo gu egu they said ye eyati asiawo ba se dollar president Mahama etimi ma dollar e drop it kakra drop it about 10 cedis a MPP as a political party no egu oye MPP ni a eye amumbisa mo mpanimfo no questions esi akobisa no craft no market be ka kire say omo buy omo ntua contractors ka omo ntua ka bia liquidation bia free ba bia ntina dollar no ntina se enya bibia eye common sense ya na mo lack no common sense na mo lucky 8 years common sense because na greediness ne too much. MPP ministers fusika bokrono fusika asif se kan Japan no ankasa na ono krono no Bobie no asif se na ochene bia ni babia na oye finance minister owo bank operative banks e wo Ghana ha e wo insurance firm wo Ghana ha oye Bank of Ghana governor e wo Ghana ha wonim implications about eniema woye se obi etimi de bese 4 years eji euro bond ya enu bese just enu be 3 billion 4 years ni nyina about 3 billion now the just a year eji 3 billion and then yes sika no kwa akwaji sika no say and kufu ado ba omia no enye say yehu bibia say hospital ba ko mienu miensa ene enum yes hospital evie ye bia no yehu bi da enye say yehunu anda kufu ado abam say yes university way na ye wie na ye bia no yehunu bi da enye say under president kufu ado after sika ye twa ye mpempem ni nyina kire no yehunu say Accra Kumasi road after African Development Bank sika president Mahama ejeye ede to 2016 ema wo mo beto ye de ye pokwase amasama interchange no wo mo busia na wo mo broso no Accra Kumasi road oma yewe ye twaso yopo nye bida other project a omo yidi ato enkro na chi no eye ECOWAS na finance sa project no ba ye yankasa ye de ewo mu no hwe kwan hwe Ghana kwan but yetimi twa sika just a year over 40 billion when chia contract sika na ya na me say enka omo nam yi a wo mo to omo ho ayampia yi a wo mu di omo ho atem a wo mo expose wo mu hu no na nka wo mo ankasa nkrofo e ba ko ehwere gina simpie so platforms no waka e na covid e na be ha Ghana e be ha MPP aban Russia Ukraine war e na be ha MPP aban nanka o maka ni sei na no kra de na mehu se MP ba kon so kra kasa an sa war no the war between US Trump and China no eno na chese say ama dollar no me say omo lack common sense o omo lack common sense omo lack papa so better no aka kire me say no kwade de dollar no ye no enye NDC fo na ye bibia na de act Trump terrorists or dia toto countries so no ya odi bi to China so no eno na he say that war between them no and the amawiase nyina sika no ahoden dollar ahoden e ba fom because we feel say 38% no jimi sa na did guga Ghana ha Jimmy sa na digu Ghana ha oh god ai sana modwen ochre kokosi foster o se Pontiac vibe 2013 or 10,000 masa ene Pontiac vibe one talk ra beto 100,000 wo Ghana ha Elantranum na elantranum ne nam 29,000 30,000 num ne 40,000 num elantranum na ne bonya de 35,000 num ene elantranum kona ko bisa elantrabo home use unya 150,000 kwa ne de achew emma MPP ni bia na adaw they say mama ye desperate because party na gu party no egu MPP egu MPP ya mutu atonsuom abeje amemu abetwa sika wantimi ensi invest enkofo de omusi ya oba ya rename o se di o se di se ni se wunti se edienti wonu waba sika wunya ayi 8 years Mills Mahama enyamu half when your resources ni nyina university ba akokra foundation want to be but enkofo de na wo masanso wasinu na wo se sedin as said din just say wo hwe MPP amemo 8 years ne dia na omu fi say opposition de omu nko bi da because enema na omu ye ni nyina sa wo tena se na se ne no wo tena se na wo sese obi sa wo say na MPP for mo fa Ghana for say so wo hwe just 120 days enema Ghana for hunu changes bi akoso wo hwe sa enema we nyina na wo dwen ho na obi sa say na MPP for efa Ghana for say no mo dwen say Ghana for ye say na Ghana omu bu ye say no mu bu Ghana for kwa mama me here na idrusu enu ba na ma be interview honorable here na idrusu enura o se omo ba be reverse various public institutions.
Tamale Technical University was named Dr. Abdullahi Salafu Technical University. Some names of some public universities were changed and renamed during the tenure of President Nana Addo. Tamale Technical University was named Dr. Abdullahi Salafu Technical University. Tamale Technical University was named Dr. Abdullahi Salafu Technical University. Some names of some public universities were changed and renamed during the tenure of President Nana Akufo-Addo. There is a policy shift. There will be changes in the names of the universities that were done. It is not to fail to recognize the contribution of any individual or their standing, or undermine the legacy of any statesman, or diminish their contributions to our national effort. For instance, Dr. Abdullahi Salafu Technical University will revert back to the Tamale Technical University. We will do that. I introduce a bill in Parliament that will seek to rename some of the public universities in Ghana, including the Dr. Abdullahi Salafu Technical University, back to Tamale Technical University. Simon Dombo University will be renamed. C.K. Tadam University of Technical Applied Sciences will be renamed. And Dr. Ephraim Amu Technical University will be renamed back to Ho University. I'm still engaging with traditional authorities, engaging with members in academia and alumni association, students and civil society to make that determination. But those that deserve national honors will still keep their national honor. Tamale Technical University was named Dr. Abdullahi Salafu Technical University. Some names of some public universities were changed and renamed during the tenure of President Nana Addo Akufo.
Yeah, Education Minister Honorable Henry Drusunwana or the way into a tuja. Yeah, or Chese. So your power who do dear President Mills LBC Yenina was a sending. Dear President Mills is a see Yenina was a sending. And see Omuguso. Ombas is sending Ombas is sending you na. Nanado dear, Onya idea. Okay. Messages ni bi wonu ma din se obeka wa ha Masa me say afenyo ma ke mo sori so mo kwakwa demonstration na se odi o machi a I'm telling you say eyejimi enkodi wo machi wa wiem eno me kana se wo be di matam kura di matam wo kodi na chi ayedai se de ebi na ayi kan honorable Henry Drusu e kan eteki se na ye de university university esi ni sei went me and CB ba ko pego kura went me and CB foundation ba ko pego went me and to be ene se we so MPP be ya hu protest o afenyo mark mu be lead protest enti mu am ho enti mu am ho because afenyo mark say ba be lead ohun say ohun say mo so mo lack common sense kakra yi a o mo nya mo no say wo mo de bus be si wo mo be fura kwakwadu o ma chi die na mu wi ama mu 50 ne 100 idie ene enche because we be hu protest because am ntia say wo mo president abemu am o manya sika enya sika na wo sesa universities di na so ba be reverse am ntia se eto be ye protest enti musan godi wo mo chi mon kwana mkonko di wo mo chi mu di wo mo chi a eno de mo amasem because enipa badwin be bia ni hanom a enipa badwin be bia ni krom ha se ya obe sorry aka kire me se ye ayi protest galamsey no asole na wodi akiri ye protest galamsey no asole na wodi akiri obi abedi president 120 days ye hunu ni effort adwuma a wo ye ya on daily basis ya update ye brief ye ema ye hunu se enipa no ba no wonte nai even though ubenya party ma omo atie simu Ghana system no ubenya party ma omo atie simu but that doesn't mean say enipa no atie ada or ye adwuma excavators aye atwidi free nwuram ebe fie okoye protest etia 8 years wa benefit galamsey we ye bi na wa ye protest na akokodi akira wo lack common sense uni munyansa Chief Justice yenyi di ya suspend no said the emrana the law is the law. Chief Justice said the law is the law. Emrana no apply na wo de ye adwuma no that same emra constitution no ye apply e de ye adwuma e wo ne so a now say I am when retaliation you do me I do you so it means say 8 years no one kasa mu say mo di Ghana bone one kasa MPP for no mu hu say my oman ne bone my di Ghana bone and you do me I do you eyamra it's not about you do me I do you it's not about retaliation see ye Charlotte say and Jemensi be you know because Jemensa de enye nyankopon e so Ghana mu a enka 2020 election kwa Ghana eja tom enu nko akora no e wo se Jemensa na Asare mu nyina ye clear wo mu de see 2020 no e wo se ye clear wo mu and then the banner say ye anu aka kire me say you do me I do you amemu onye retaliation say ye di bone na so ba ye reset na bone na ye di yen enye bi because mu na mo ye MPP for you are the rightful owners of Ghana mu na mo ye MPP for enti mo de mo ye bone a ye ma mo mfa mu huni na ye anu mu bi no de wi ananka ye president Mahama cross obe ye action no ye nya no saa de wi ananka ye hwehwe se president Mahama ebe gina ne nanso gidibudubutubutubutubutudo ye no ye hunu ni saa kora ena MPP for de me se mu ko nhira eye mu nhira mu nyankopon a wo sa ma president Mahama esa aba bi because anya president Mahama ena mu nya obi ti se Rollins se so a kan MPP for kan be ye mobo kan mu be dwane wo Ghana ha senya president Mahama ena onu de wi a wo ye ne politics no diplomatic way bi na wono no de wi a ono ye ne politics no so free se Ghana ye Europe se Ghana so kora Ghana ye hinfo president Mahama no na memu no ba fa Ghana se Europe enu obu man na senka president Mahama say or your president of Africa, a country called Ghana, within African continent, West Africa. And our President Mahama said, oh, dealing with MPP for. President Mahama said, oh, dealing with MPP for. And concern, come mube Johnny, mube Johnny, free Ghana, mube run away. Mube Johnny, because mube di Ghana bonnet. But more share the real MPP for Ghana abo wo mo eye dede eye protest eye demonstration eye protest eye demonstration eti radio so eti TV so eye dede President Mahama tata MPP for President Mahama e de ne asi MPP for so me say Senka President Mahama hunu so ye Ghana president ya 120 days cross and kia jelly bear 5 ya te chimni ya buru binu mu aburu binu na retaliation President Mahama say retaliation kan mo dem am ye in 2017 en kan be se Ghana ha ba he omo mu dwane kwota ya nyina hu se aburo nya odwane onso waba wa unity enesto wusu bempa odwane unso wa unity waba omu nyina akasa untumi morning show host omu nyina so omu dwane ba omu nyina atwe omu ti omu nyina eba omu nyina eba because omo hunu se NDC fo nankasa slow motion yo omu de pa abusia me kwa homa me de honorable Nicholas Amankwa MP for Amanfi East Parliament Finance Committee owoso ya ne kwatwetwe nkomo esanse de wi a exchange rate no eba for mo no MPP for se NDC fo anya hwe na contractors ne ka wo so mu tue nyina o mu ntua nya bibia na o mo ye ala no aba wi ma ha mo akwaba e de ba citizen show so
Video about my job, it's a joke, so.
No, asre, are.
Oh, come on, and I am there.
Yeah, yenim se America crane no, exchange rate no, dollar, pound sterling, euros no, drop ya na air drop e de eba fomo. But yet mu an komoni mu ade ko nyina na say. Enye bibia sunku bia na NDC aban 120 days maye. Na momu no. Eka mo beto ye wo se mu fra sie tua no muntua ahwe eno na chese nam so a ama sidi no appreciating kakra ba
mini aba mpacho edi nda wase yembo mabaso ajumasuma wono ebo team modi som Ghana and beyond na mentia me party paying for NDC amayokua His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Edanoa, Edi Ghana Memuno, Kobebia Edeko, as part of the research agenda, no, Ama Ghana Funinano, when meaning Ghanaians, Amobo Party, no, and the leadership, Abaso. Many of us, who share a dollar, and dropiana air dropping, Yamusa answer Adentia, with ye a minority leader. Yera Afrenya Markins, Ninkoma, and I say, as a minority leader, no, now may expect to be on her. He said, "Ye all can," because MPP Amayokuno can afford to say, "I am Mayokua." The Ghana and system more money at the own Tuamusua, and there will not be any country called Ghana. It will mean why do I say so? There is a government that. Power no, almost the dollar, and a yes, they were coming to arrest the dollar. Bra, you rabba umia, now all my lectures, even in opposition. But few power no, the Busan say, Giant say, under the reign of Nanado, MPP Amemwo, and a Ghana dollar, almost hit a year 20 cities a year per dollar. Now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he take you over no. You come back to memory lane during the maiden presentation of the budget statement on the floor by a minister responsible for finance, Dr. Kesley Ba Atufosino. He assured Ghanaians say they are going to put measures in place. There will be physical discipline. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also assured Ghanaians say there is going to be physical discipline in the system. And also, nobody ever thought say, Emra yo win, yabeto eka, baby ananado dankwa ekufuado, one MPP abain, omuja Ghana kodu yeno, bebehu improvement in the dollar, CDT yeno. Binyaba, the secret behind dollar no, performing, the city performing better against the dollar, and he said there is physical discipline, so there's investment community, you know, confidence in the economy, and when the investment class, the investment community gain trust, confidence in the system, and also so any This is the time Abino I discipliner on spending recklessly as na former government led by Nana Dankwa Kufuor no na omo no. Omo bobosia, but they don't invest in an area. Osikano poverty yetia ayo bosiano when the payment is due. There are French markets. So to kwaya na kabeme wanwa. Owo krom ha no. Abai baye how omo de Ghana ko shemu to the aye domestic debt exchange program. A Canada hono. Succession plan no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama baye no. Odiso. So there has been payment. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama baye no. Contractors omo ye adwuma e wo Ghana ha no. Ebi mo ye adwuma into yadia there has been payment. Statutory funds are being paid into there has been payment. Salaries are being paid, so there has been payment. But then you say the difference between John Dramani Mahama and this Yamemo, any MPP Yamemo say there is discipline in the economy as you speak now. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is giving confidence back to the business class because he is sticking to the promises he made in the manifesto during the 2024 election. This is the president in the history of Ghana under the Fourth Republic. Oka said, or the 60 ministers in the Bayer Juma, Abayano will deliver. This is the president. Oka said, flagship program like a free SHS, a Yadia, or Banwa Bayeni Ye, that a doubting Thomas, a MPP for our opponents, no Munjindi, but His Excellency John Dramani Mahama are walking the total. Meno Kasek, monies are being given to the beggars and the headmasters to take care of our students. Sanitary pads are being provided now to the students. So there has been payment. Meno Kasek, the program His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promised during the campaign was recently launched. Mahama Care, a health program to take care of the vulnerable, to take care of area. Look at Tower, Nana Kuya Dane, the Kanifia now Kouno, Yura John Dramani Mahama Ediso. In the history of this Fourth Republic, he is the only president within 14 days, appointing the cabinet ministers, non-cabinet ministers, appointing regional ministers. Approval here within 90 days in office. It has never happened in the history of Ghana before. That has given confidence back to the people. Is the reason why in here dollar no depreciating against the city. We share the policies put in place. Homegrown policies. We share the ministers, discipliner, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We share a code of conduct. We've been in politics for some time now. I find better by Otu Anamo, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I promise Ghanaians that I'm giving myself 120 days and I'll come to the good people of Ghana. Promises I will make here. Major 25 promises, he has almost delivered that. I hear Ghana for applauding.
Okay.
So,
okay.
A lot is going to happen here. A double Ghana for agents. So now anybody who now know the one dance here. So every meaning Ghanaian. And then
Honorable Nicholas, Honorable Abusha for Unim, Ezama the Honorable Nicholas Amankwa, MP for Amenfis, Honorable Unim, who were finance committee in the parliament. Mekai year somewhere 2017. Sabrina and MPP take you over and dollar no was around 4 cities. Then later na so makwa kwaji loan bi mo na bosa mokuje to abla kwanom memo binum de kwakokoya no ne ade but 120 days parliament mo approve loan bi any bilateral loan bi a unity ya kwaje bosia bi abegum.
This question the more about your line of questions. Parliament, Ansah, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, there has never been any external loan. About Okroma. Even as part of the domestic debt exchange program, it does not permit this government to go outside to borrow. So this is the economy we are witnessing now. and every year it's still going on. It tells you His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC party remain business. So MPP Apresso to the Awokano, come back to memory lane. The question is, when dollar was 1 cedi to 4 cedis to $1, no more take it over, as you said, no more say I'm winning yet. When they were leaving office, you must say 17 cities. Food inflation equal 52%. Enti aban way and our jaye enema yura John Dramani Mahama. Our ECG omujaye a cut of 68 billion. Cocoa board a jaye 32 billion. But when NDC was leaving power, a trouble gas plant annually, I see 1 billion a year Ghana cedis. Ono ye jama abayi free power no sinking fund you get $250 million. Stabilization fund you get $250 million. You get ESLA ni ade ma omo but another dan kwa kufuado any raba omia omo kono omo jaganaka. Our total debt as they were leaving office no was 715 billion a year Ghana cedis. Once omo heritage 120 billion from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So they've not seen anything yet.
Okay.
And the MPP as a party, looking at offering omo thank you to omo so omo kwa aye and tokwano. It tells you say they have nothing good to offer this country, but when meaning Ghanaians no are ready to rally behind His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to deliver as he has started.
Honorable, what can be statutory funds? Must start 8 year. Must start statutory funds.
Statutory funds are started here. When we talk of statutory funds, these are inflows. I call the various municipal assemblies, the various ministries to me, Juma. So all sectors now. Juma. It tells you that the government is doing what is expected of him. Everybody be all chroma or ya Juma. Complaining about the salary. Security units now. I was speaking to a friend about a week ago. I said, homeboy, you're a John Dramani Mahama by now you salary. Previous government, 28, 27. But since you are the money about 20 do the month, even the middle of the month, I'll call 24th of the month, now your salary about. It tells you that something good is happening. So statutory funds are being paid. All expected funds that the government needs to do, the government is performing, and all is boiled down to discipline. This is the president who is ready to work. It's me about $100 baby here.
Okay, probably bonus say because dollar ever from what in him say any boy and tesukura ebejina nijina. Say enter so cra said the rate at which na niama boa e kosuru Ghana ha say no ni nyina obi about dollar nti nim say dollar no e drop ba from a niama e betimi stabilize e Ghana ha ya da say wie oh line atia faso I wish afonti honorable Nicholas Amankwa MP for Memphis East Finance Committee Parliament member ene no akasa no na awie divine atna se ye bedi nkomo mehwe kwan se Solomon Wusu na kwadwodan kwa mu enyina ebeba na ya adwuma na Ansah na no Mayor Auto Parts and Diagnosis Services Mayor Auto Parts and Diagnosis Services say men kan jo say owo Ablekuma New Town wo car bi ekuta wo bia how bia wo bia faka no ho etwitwini mu epurmisie na eja wo sikwam na how wo de ko mechanic we na wo de fa ha na de fa ha o spare parts no mu use no enye papa kan ehia mmere esa so hia je newspapers e di besie sika no a ebegyina ne naso entifa car no ekoma mechanics a anase meya autopasa wo good and experienced mechanics a obenya mre wo car no ho asiesie car no ama no egyina so ablekuma new town ehonom na meya auto parts and diagnosis services wo ya wo car unya how bia wo ho biem 0244 451776 0244 451776 and I said 0244 264995 0244 264995 so afi Dr. Amegashi Herbal and Spiritual Hospital Semen Kancha will say when many yade bia edu nya wabrabo mu bia se wo kidney yade aba ho wani asthma na afi nso kra no bia gonorrhea syphilis stroke hepatitis no nyina yade bia ma yade mema yade bia ha bia no fat belly typhoid fever no nyina ukọ no mu a wo mo ebeboa wo pese wo ye bema wo pese wo yo ba me kasa wote ase ko ho afen so spiritual cases bia ha bia say bia bad dreams and afen so spiritual marriage promise and fail num enum ne de da usu bia no ukọ no mu a Dr. Amagashi Herbal yebe show Kumasi o macro old police house honoma ubetimi afre 0547 044 307 0547 044 307 and cry Kaswa prison junction ubetimi afre 0544 580936 0544 580936 takrade enso ye wo ho no so ofre ya ebeboa George Realty Semen Kancha say Thomas Asase amanso twibia no hu kwana kokwaje wasase misro kwaje wasase e wo George for wo mo aboboa no 70 by 100 and 25,000 Ghana cedis to 30% de aka tuane kakra Saturdays bi odo manfo kwasase no so George office e wo committee 22 Aferiwa Junction tema Michelle Campo kwano so kwa 020533 553266 0533 553206 and I said 0532 377 137 0532 377 137 adansi hu bibia opebia no George ebeboa opebosia hwe bills microcredit emetu susu mfa bibia mesia wo bia enye deposit bia do hia no Ghana card ebema abosia ama watimi e de atre wa hyiemu wa wo ye hia bremu for bills microcredit 0596920833 0596920833 bills or terms and conditions apply divine mame mu akwaba
enu
bibia bokode
nyame adum bia boko
ede nyame as ye twen Solomon wusu ene omo makana wa ba ide na ye nto aso mfemfi na dem e kwasai
say time bia ye hwe de eko say mu dem na mo aban mu nti dem meka na final
ni pa cho mini aban
wona waso aban mu
pa cho mini maso
wona wani wa aban mu wona nsi aban mu
bibia ni aban
awsamo
pa cho bibia ni aban
me je say wo momo so
ni aban mu maso minim hwe
me je say na ya see we government spokesperson
Mr. David
for Dametia na nyesa na ti David me visa
na meti na me ye adwuma so class media na me what say as me a government spokesperson
for one of the agencies
and the party communicators no can
oh they say the mantini ye na bia say na meti
but so mo ched no can say because party communicators no mo chema wo
Samo
na English media houses no mo chema wo
sao
ye chief we de ye nka ho bi ntipacho ye ni aben
chief for no ezimo
ye nka ho bi
Samo
ye nka ho bi
oh I see
ye chief one de ye de pacho nka ho bi ntimi so asem we de nka bi mse mo na mo wa aben
and also na sa class English
Oma buni say chi.
Samo. Sa class also English.
Oma buni say chi divine. Well, anyway, but say niama say.
Oh, we be able to
120 days President Mahama who say.
Oh, okay. Me that's ma me share with you for bi na me share.
One day me dey fam yen share dan kom ya share na me.
Yen kwa hwe for. Bi chi obi ana. Unim.
and send be hammy. Na medical abo so Ansah.
Okay.
The dikan. On say Ghana has no. Bibia baby near the suborno bar buying. Yes, you are buying, you say. A buying any say my yen. Ye per se. Na ibisa won say yen so amanfo no temamufo no den na yen so ye de aboa o mining koso because wo hwe eniama bi a sometimes no yen temamufo no bi ye na otimu say minim adwen e won krofo trim otimu say o mining ho do afin krofo mu na che say obia aye pesemi nkuminya e no nko a ne ho na odwen se na be ya ne ho beto no nko a e na oye hwe Nancy ache etwemu yenche bia na yete say nkrofo e demonstration omo per footbridge shitais say niama okwan so unim say footbridge ya ye number of footbridges are across the country, none of them and nkrofo use obekono na nkrofo momo etwalo require na footbridges ne da ho na the food bridges in the market. She Madina food bridge a here with demonstration go see adenta ni pan faso. Kwabena ni traffic light say no create artificial traffic. Na traffic like microphone so mu use food bridge no. And ya me feel a pass.
Medina food bridge no ho no.
No man food bridges no my yo na microphone use. No ma lights no be so na ni ka atwam no mu twam no mu nam no rekwan ni mu ntie ka bo wa be ni la pass ya ye ko school da ni e kire red means stop, yellow means get ready, green means go green as on that time na Kwabena ne say who can so still out so be twam then ye eji na me problem epo eye friend saying sa assembly for tax force yo mu ye adwuma obe koma kotrotro dan ho meanwhile no ba bia nkrofo esisi dan a ye approve ye mom ho kwan enso obe kono na nipa ba kwa ba be start ton tomato ho ton jeni me wan so obi aba no so bi boutique na containers a hu hia na esi ho no omo hu da obo wan say no ho no aba ba jinsem avide bedu ba bi gise ko compensate sa for na Ansah na ye yo mafi kwan ho wenum na ya de a ekoso. Last time, unim se nen Ansah Makodu hospital nurse ni amini ni di nkomo we siniti ase se onya adaje kra anhwe manim adan ya otwa bet nti o monitor ne bet na cash out police ni eti counter o de asama ko no honom no ne bet counter ne bet cash out hu hia ne chen bibia o mu se esi ani pa hu obi afa ni pa anya hwe o mam hase edan ne ye hu abrantie be wakonyim obi ba on shakola ne da
divine
mama tio mani brisamo
divine
on sha akola no nipa na konyim oba oni oba na kwakoda mo wanyem akola epiem akola ne problem ye den shakola ne be responsible o hwe na onyi ni sa akola ne ye odi akola DNA enya odi ano twam eya odi ade a take full responsibility e man so no mo bagala we na mo ba na omo hu kola ne papa na omo so de hye nkrofo foforo no eno so ye bone ni bia nkrofo edi wo mam ha sei e de bia ne ba betra no ma ne ye katia politicians ne ye katia abamufo yen Ghana fo na nkasa ye sei ye ho aduro hwe oton ade o traffic mu bi ton ade o traffic mu obewusa ade na oton nkasa no asei ana enye papa because o tika mu gidigidi no ehiri di amount obiti krom eton tomato ochoba no ye aduane apro no de nua aduane ama nkrofo so omundi obekọ no ba ya apropro no no mo de hihye enam apro na ni nyina mo de ye aduane no mo de mani paso omundi ewia na ebo bi sobo
onim asem a wo kan enema apro ne ma asei me ko market enti ma mi bi tomatoes ena wabua bi ewo form sa like ade na omo pan na omo ye no tomatoes ya asei te se di asei ya pecha utumi sa apro na egu ho no mo no ena mami bi gina ho no oto na obi ka chem se onu se mami wo ya aduane to hwe tomatoes o gina ho a wo to wa boa ano che se no na efo no a asei no e wasi ekotu gu no o eno na che se o gina ho a wo to na obi chem se o de ko ya aduane oto aduane
we no obi or no so be complaining about wouldn't say obi te hanom say or ton meat ton nam ne scale out de ye no wa just say no miam
divine yem kwa yanim
ye kobeko yanim bagana for na sie enso ye kasa ye ho enema bebre honom a ye ntemamu for no so ye ya ye bu ye aye ho ye sai niama hwe driver ni ebu mate ni so kwa o tichobo ka obi abie ni company no aba betena honom na wo ba bro wo so ye adwuma ma wa bosom so betua ka no ntua ka sana ma wam nyina nya aban na ye o ye ya ne ye ho bone nti mesre ye nyina no ye hwekwan be fa so aga na ho don ho be hia yen ye hwekwan be fa so a ye te baabi na ye bibia ye ndwin ga na ho kane ye ndwin se ne be ye be ma aniama akoyie oba na otifie na onsua de na instead so be insist so be sua de bia na ochin no obehwe na po na wo hwehwa kota ma oba se na be obe pass because onya wasade as awofo wenum nyina no enya aban na be fi baabi obia pese ne banko ware oba papa ana be ma papa enso tete ben na wo de ma oba na wo de so problem ma papa no ni nyina aka ho
okay mate
nanama
mate me
asema me kai me ni brisem
mate me da se kwadwo ayi friend
ese bie special ayi
ai
na wo de sa
we ji sa wo kwa yi kumase antena mu program no
da bia nya ate na asem
me say ko ho bi se de wani abiri ya nkrofo hwe o mo manom ne ade ade
ana ji na ho na me nko o platform na no enko achiri
ko ho na sa ayi ba bi na ade afa ne de ayi ba ku wo hene ni o se wo hene yiri mu ni ade ade ho no mu o to fa ho no mu a na wakwa akobus because wo de o mbenya mra ma wo pa
yo matewai
abusia for enti divine no se unu be ma bia wo no onhwe oba fabre no do be o de be kwa ya ntena ho akwa ya mo se de ni abre o de be kwa ntena ho akwa di hu djuma mo
letna we
okay
ni brisem na ye kan sa
Kwajo Dankwa deputy CEO Student Loan Trust Fund enso ajone ye ene awie Student Loan Trust Fund eja ebia ho de fa ho no bebe yi Kwajo
binyaba
awie ma han
ya be de wapo mu tesen
ba so nje so ne de mani nye ho
ada asem bia ba na
ho nko ade media ne de eye word kase
kuse hey
eye word kase pa
I see
wa hwe a wakotwa dwan
ada obi hwe hode da wa ho
bi ahwe a mi krom ahemfo ba be chewa mo akotwa dwan ti
I see enti mi nya no mfiri ho
ti kwadwa akwa aba
ya me de Baza ma problem wo
elewe na adwuma mu ti sei office
empanyin fo sa be yedi jawa na yedi aso awo enti yenya edi agya yen na soa na yedi aso ya ne sa enya kura no a untumi en complain stress no anode and the pressure it comes with it no enya de dafem
okay
on say ye mu bi no ye doublers ye party officers
okay
so ho ana ye de we so abeka ho apart from that and so sabe ya serve party as communication team members over the years and also some pressure and also assign that ho eti anodin and so nyankopon ma de pache yen techramada bodwem ye kwa ye bayi ye beka say it is okay and do hwe ura John Dramani Mahama a ono di yen nim no na hwe say papa yi onna ontonko na adwuma nkoa na obono a na me ni aba che say wo a wafa wo say be na na musini ewo bia kuma kakra bi no onka say o bete ayeden ada na mum ewo so ye adwuma so a ede enmunyam hye ebebre enya wo nkoa as an individual na mum de be bre nipa no a opa wo se be di se adwuma de Ewura John Dramani Mahama and the political party the dimu udi wini aba eto eye the NDC eye political party eti ye de agya ye gusu a yesom
okay
na ye ogidie se enton ko pem se emfie nan no ebeso no na yasom osompa ama Ghana fo aka se akwapa no kwarefo ketua ye de mamu ma de mu no krede a ene ye de emfie nan esan aye den asom so na mabhwe ama Ghana so apfa ne ntoma pa ye den e de afra ti nua ba obisa amia yeguso nkakrakra.
Okay. Divan ya mra so biem 120 days na yenhwe de akwakodru wo hwe exchange rate de eko send ya eba matse MPP for no ka se nye bibi different bia na wo mo eye na card da ho ba wa mo so mutua no wo mo entua enti ye nka ni nyina mo na
yo me da se onim 120 days we send akobai didi kan no onim say to aba we wie no aban foforo ba yi wo hwe ewie mu a atmosphere ni mu a wo say onim say some renewed energy bi was system ni mu a sa negative vibe na face our system ni mu no uni sika krampa any system ni mu sa na me no ka say I to say sisi ano obia enya awrehyiemu enya ni daso bi say enchen no eden a ebetumi ayi because emre bia atwa mu no na ohwe se ne na amamuo no ekone se ne na ma ne ye na echen se ye da prison echen se ye da prison because oda sore a uhu de wo ye ho oje uhu gina enye yie ofa ha enko because amemu na jinse bibia e tan Mahama ba yi utimu se ekromu aye obia adwimu abeda ho dedi kan me se obi ehye me bo se odumi betu kwan e de makota krade a senya kodu kaneshi ne kotra ka anim na ka ne tu no de ni kire kaso akwan so a e de ko wini ba na mahu se
asamaba
e kwan no so a na ode me nam no because na se takra de kwan no a so at least ka ne be se kwan mu krada en bebia ka ne de ni a kire no na je se na kwan papa so
okay
na imagine se nipa yesi akota krada ka ne tu ya na ni a kire aflawo kwan udu so ga ko pepe na hu se o asamaba o hwe bebia President John Dramani Mahama o tutu nanamo ne ekwan na ho fa so na me obi ka se me rate na me to me rate no sisi abebia me gine but I think say ekwan papa no so a eno nam no enye kwan bi a wa divert ada o chia because edi kan social contractor onu ade na no kan on e sign before e ba beto abama no enye ma ba ku mienu bi wo no mu a obobo so a me sa the fact say wa adhere to the promise a we di so no kra no e ya ade a ode ani die amagana fo de di kan ye ka about e-levy ana meboa e-levy ya e ba ye be chichire grofo kom si a o sika da o phone so na 20 cedis a wonu say 20 cedi first no scanning do 20 say okay ka say 20 cedi na say o send bia wonu say den ya so beti ana utua extra charges ene we ye fi ho no e ya de me de e ya de a e ma me arehiem ebio eye the promise say obey sure say lean government and or the be adwuma unim say the SWA government mission bibi na sa time wa President John Nana Akufo-Addo former President Nana Akufo-Addo an appointment no can say be say opem otu America because Ghana problems no eso edoso enti na mu be hia say obey appoint nipa bebre no dey solve problem no e ko wie a kire no wa appoint nipa bebre o man bo nama hwe yankwa nkosi ya ante hwe na me research no o de China Russia USA and Japan bo mu a unim say na omo ministers na appointees a na wa ban mu no in the history of the world the whole world obi ani wonu ma appoint ministers e China na ado aban and see da e wa bakose mu. What if these 4 countries do more join the crana still omonto Nana Akufo-Addo de enso ekowi akire no ye hu de ekosi ye enso President John Dramani Mahama ban we buy wabe promise e no ka kire so be work with the lean government not more than 80 ministers me ade me de
not more than 60.
Oh yes, not more than 60.
Yes.
60 no cry up till today no cry do 56. And so me no kasa se sie en ka first ya appointment mebre wo be ka so e be yeden emolument entitlement allowances the per diem ni de keka woni na no esewu country no se sia directors ni amanyama ministries ahodo nyina no se ni nyina de save ye sika in excess of more than billions of cedis ni nyina ye sika se sika no nka appointees ne be di e ho aso de this aketa ahye ne proye na nka imagine say ministry baako ya splitting more than 4 ministries. Some ministries ni so emu bia sa so deputies more than 3 4 ni minister of state at the presidency sa so wo hoka ho nti asade no kwa mahama so ye no e ade a begidi say e ade nam ne kwan so no so membo na ba so se no so sa so koda nchen a would say right now no you can be a fan of democracy na first ye nya the real feeling of democracy because some say that no be a twam na kwakwa say won kwaso mu ye mia ye kon ye o ye si o men kasa ye bua ni abra usu aka ho hwe for the first time in Kwabena akọ demonstration in several years police any attorney general anfa kurutu na say anko kosiki injunction bia oba bia e wo court to say or be prevent you from embarking on constitutional rights on the demonstration and sit that police and call stop you bia unim say MP abo police pa kofi akoda ya nye ne hwe and sit that say demonstrators for ebeka say omo kwa competition office of the president what can I say at a point I remember I wanted to organize a demonstration. I wrote to the office of president and I me copy police Ghana police service for CPC petition office of the president because of workers of banks na revoke license no or music assembly in America no unim so am catch say Jubilee House on a security zone intien to me enya nko ho and no reroute ye no mo de ekofa we be finally mo de go House of Folk Park on
okay
ewo at center ho no mko gina ho petition ko bia ma meje ene e kind to from me
no nam ho ara chese chinse
enso nim so omo organize omo crofo to support what they were doing and they allowed them to do their demonstration and omo de copy mu Flaster Bows e bin see that ene we are journalists now kasa obi antata ho and hwe unim say abanda de ho na journalist for kasa o ho no de no akoko ni ho akwakosie because osuro manasi ebe nwani so waton wuram o se South Africa osuro Ghana ba sana ma wom nyina akoso 120 days ya me no kasa ade ba kokora ama mahomewura makoma atom yem eye bebia exchange rate no enam a you see the constant decline value of the dollar no senya constantly no elusu ne value a echo down no me eyade a me de na mate enyanum MPP fo ni bia omusio yentumi fa credit no enfa nkoma Mahama se Mahama de obae no onye ahweye enti ke fa credit ne nkoma mo nana ana eva nkoma hwan enka ye ka sei ba umia sei senka enye se omu na wa aban mu pa na omu manage dollar no po na ba bedu sa 17 cedi those days na enka ya bank for the anke number 30 cedis aban for buy na decline I think ever credit ne nkoma hwan na aye enti ka 25 ananama wujidi se hwan din ne bebo hwan din ne bebo
and they say say you 25 and they say President Mahama
say na so mbo na ma
na say
and aban bia so ba assets any liabilities any legacy issues now you have to deal with utie apenyo marking asemu a oka utie asemu oka e o see the reason why dollar no decline as see the no value no higher stable like any na enjoy is because almost say abain Ghana abain starting to contractors for kaye enu na sika no nanama yentu akaye in the first place no why the boss eka no eni ababedu baby ababedu no sa question esi ebisa eba ne say na wo aban da no de ka wantua a do eja ma obi a usro so tua see the be decline in the first place adwembone enu da nchen a osanso ka kire yen say is because your external debt ni amaniama kra ni sanso ntua ye nana ma bibisa ho external debt no abanda da e defer payment no e de akwakodu 2025 yi I think say be start here to abu unim say from 2022 o man tua bi da e na cedi no e si ni ti ase e ko fom wa ende abanda da aba aban foforo aba na obi si ni koko apai obi nti ase say cedi no ne value no e ko fom me de sanya niama e kika kono President John Dramani Mahama enye me party na woso me betna no mu embe ya ho ya na me nka senye me party ntino the man must fail at all costs. No, we want to encourage him to succeed because when he fails Ghana na faili
na do faili ye say
eyi na na faili etimu a ye ti apilisi a ye break
o faili ye ogu mu banki
ogu ni ama bebre
gu
say nyina ye te bre ni bi so if at this point ye nyina ye hu de ekoso na say ye see aban foforo aba ye nyina de pa bo beta na chi I wish say me they tell me to me score say it's too early like too early like 120 days here when no there to me and to me too early and I mean what the mami cranchen say and near more than sakika one launch projects ni nyama hodo feed Ghana ni de keka hunyina me de me pese be ka say 9-day wonder yeah ade bia e bia ordinary sakika keke and ade bia e bia 120 days ya no ye nyama no sa troka de yesre say de wa sha ase no ofa ye kodu
ma ye hu
omba no hu modern ya sani a oye ne niama say o hodi ne appointees to account say make sure say o file o declare asset who you say see we want it to continue like that but me feel me nya some sense be say President John Dramani Mahama the second term ya wa be no or the new attitude do be or per se a din bone bi a ebo no down din afrefre ni din basa bi e de to ne so no the second term your per se onje the din on live legacy bi a e bi sida okay me per se onu ankasa onko so a no ombo ne ho modern because emnu dia de be ma no but on kan say the patients never running out if they begin to fail us and for me I want to encourage him to continue but say by some few years bebana say ono so be nanado amemwo niama tantan arrogance of power, disregard for rule of law, disrespect, abuse of power, ni corruption, thievery no na so be tutu na Akufo-Addo amemwo ene ne party fo anamondi a ene ohun say yem bi no mu de ne hwewa somwa ye be mia
ate kwajo ye be mia mu o divano no 120 days e mu an ye wo ene kwa president bekasa
8:30 pm divine abotre nyankopon mo abotre so no Mr. John Dramani Mahama there he is a gentleman oyobi asabi onsinsuo mu ansana waham oyobi a ohyeba a odiso eno nti na emre bi abesi atwam na Ansah ye beto abana ne ye frɛ no adwuma wura because niema a ohye ho boni na woyɛ den woyɛyɛ ema binom kra ka say hey papa yi de wi a woyɛ adwuma anaso woyɛ adwuma in 2012 edeba 2016 ne de na enwanwa se empo no olusu aba in 2016 eti John Dramani Mahama de me ni da se ebire bi beba obehwe se obeso no ntohwem efi se obebo adwuma de aboa magana fa no ntoma pa
ayepe
efra binyaba
kwadwo obebem but 120 days yebu hu akonta obekasa but me di kind we ya ebisa mu se ekwan bi so no 120 days no energy sector crisis kakra ehonum no aha adwen kakra
mini aba energy sector in 2016 Ansah na NDC ni John Mahama efiri Ghana benwa so no na eye dumso ni ayi na ye frɛ no eye dumso no na owura John Dramani Mahama ni NDC ya solve eye dumso eno nti be kaya prior to 2016 elections kra no eye owura eye Bawumia e ka say Mahama deserves no credit for fixing dumso. Now, apart from Onono, there were other prominent individuals within the MPP who came out to say that we should not commend John Dramani Mahama for fixing Dumso. If President Mahama had not fixed Dumso, then why did we have the Vice President of the Republic then say we should not commend President Mahama for fixing Dumso? Look, the issue is that Dumso has been an issue of years. Obekaya President Mills, President Rollins Apenso, there was Dumso, President Kufuor, there was Dumso, President Mills, and the President Mahama, there was Dumso. Now, Sa Dumso over the years in Nano. Nipa or Jonah who said Dabi, yes, our problem way, a problem. Atsena ho ache, and Nunti, I was here far when yes, a biaso, near so a problem, no, a John Dramani Mahama, and NDC. And President Mahama, I identify the problem. No say, your generational a problem. Your finance a problem. Say sikasam and so a problem. A crime ban so na ye be solve the generational a problem. Generational problem near day. Say ye generate a yen kane anominamono megawatts no bebre. And unti osha ura John Dramani Mahama ehunu say over the years, no, a ya koso mo dama Dr. Kwabena Nkrumah de bae emfie eye aduonum achire eni a ode bae no eno a na fidi yen na nipa no so a wo manum no eye ye population na ekosoro enti akoso mo no ntimi nya dan emfidi yen enough eno nti ode a lot of power budgets dan e bae more than 2,000 megawatts of a generation or the Beka national grid home. No matter okay.
Mekai.
We sadio no ano ka se da bi ade ba ko so ha dwen ye sikasem if you say ni e obibi e fa na legacy debt just say e ka ya buragu ho in our energy sector over the years for more than about 30 to 40 years yentu aka no e wo se yetimi tua sa aka de firi ho ni yetua firi ho wi a yetumi ade ye ho ama ye nkane na ye den agina so. And unti what the BB a friend or a extra energy sector living but okay. What the buyer and also your GGC can crack to one every year be na extra am 3 billion a year Ghana cedis. And no crown what the buyer no there was a sunset clause a chile said yenny extra no for about a year 4 years. Your G a year. Says he can be a baby, you bet me the 2 legacy debts and I may be crying. Then I catch it after a year for the home. President Kufuor by 2017 near GWE. I wasn't coming for the honor or mobile sunset clause. No man find your Juma. I'm a G. Eslani G. Husika. And so, question is one mobile, ultimate the 1 megawatt of a year. Your friend is saying power at the Kaya National Grid. One implement me a farm account. And until problem a yaba beto so no a problem a inherited problem.
Okay.
Etu be kaya emra ne ye transition enkofo we ka tell say wo matisika botene bi e de akọ eso mokoto eye fan ho ana say gas no mo de be power ye temas no say na ni na yakohura da sem say na nya no kore ye be fa ba nya ne ehu say hey say na ne nuanom no mo kan ya na nsesam woman for sika bia so mokoto fa ho e de abebe power ye temas no enunti na ato emergency se ne ka no brofu mu no owura John Dramani Mahama tikese a ewi adwen tikese a eda so daye pa eye owura John Dramani Mahama papa wono de o se Ghana eda na koma so na akonyasa bia so obehama Ghana fa ntuma pa efra o se da bi e wo se akonyasa bia so ebenya eye sika akoto fa anwo no ye nkoto fa anwo ne fa ma power eye ye tema so no na onim the problem asisi aye face.
Okay.
National eye grade no
me pese wo ba no
national grade no generation capacity na ye wo no your capacity no any consumption no ye pe say.
Okay.
Oba kai say mra NDC ye fira ba mu MPP for one of the things I no more singing bebre ni say oh yeah well NDC for Ghana for bro omakwaje SS power me pa okay
SS power yeah
so okay almost electricity ni ehia kra no omaye den omakoto sad time no ye sad de ni fi say na ye dwen eye den ehwe nkan ye nim say ye electricity eye coverage no as day in day go by no ye wu nipa eye den e doso enti say enane ye hia electricity of 2 or chine ye be hia den demand ne be kosoro enu nti uhia excess capacity say near demand can meet den supply and supply can meet demand. And until you are to SS power, would be at Temono, or man pet a power Nibia and then Anka one SS. Near all the Dada 8 years no matter one and ne Nippon Nini abato a friend say a supply man. Not the whole more almost say, ye SS no Nippon abato. It's a Nippon or so abato a supply no. Not just say any technical hint he bacope will be your doom so. Because you need access or what so we say ya you because okay ni yensi we ni anya den yenso we the majority of America say ni because demand and supply is equal. That is the problem. And unti ne ora John Dramani Mahama ni NDC say e was say the additional generational capacity ebe den ebe kan ya wo ho no ho na ya dey solve problem no John Mahama de one or your problem solver.
Natural say problem is that you can dear. Say 8 years ni. One more anfa she anka ho. Dada no mo beto ye na no ma manage ni sa na bi say na bi yes ni mo ni ade ade. I say e how na wo ho no mo say ya no nya how a e 1 month 2 months 3 months ni de ba be fix you. Oh,
utie e owura John Dramani Mahama. Ata broswa be ye busome be ye insia ko enson temu no. Will be able to bring in additional generation capacity. Mitigate the problem that we are faced with as of now.
Agreement energy sector agreement now mo signing bebre no
Anna Sisia sa agreement almost a signing and on the DSS buy you and so when they buy there is no even SS. Enti go for there sabe adwem bone bayi ene sabe and 70 will hire me pasa meka.
Okay.
Na yenhwe 120 days of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana.
Okay.
Owura Bema Ketechie John Dramani Mahama. Ni aba kaya. Emra ye na ye bontoa in 2024. Na ya hwese Ghana fo benya ye mugidie. Na womanya akomapa e de akọ so line anato santene ato abadiama NDC no one of the things ye kan ne say se obi akopre se ye nto abama no a sa e pre na ye pre no a social contract between the people and the person a ye koto abama no e kire say one ye beto abama ne ne a ye to abama no no sabe omako contract bi. And as part of the contract, you know, Anna Yaya catch Ghana for say in our first 120 days, you know, you were near maybe ya beya a baba Ghana for and what in the interim, looking forward into the future. And Sania Manona and ne a 120 days for papa. Ya day a Ghana Benya, I saw John Dramani Mahama and Ansah and Nunti. Who here say me no me enu yedo so mo ni ehwe sa niema no aye ka ho asam no sa anyenye bia sa niema no Ura John Dramani Mahama otumi eyeye ana se wantumi anyedan anye na me niaba ehu ba hia say ansa no a ye bebo sa eye eniema no a Ura John Dramani Mahama ni NDC e ka say wo ba ye no ehu ba hia say ya hwehwe eyem panyinifobia enne ababonten panyinifobia enna beka se Owura John Dramani Mahama 120 day we in office no it is exceptional, it is unprecedented, it is one that has never happened before no and these are panyinifo asabe omadwimu bill these are panyinifo omunim de these are panyinifo asabe eba no eye adesua emu a omasua de akwatire yepa there is one professor at University of Ghana your friend of Professor Gafaro wabakasa I say President Mahama has done so well in his 120 days so far, and as such say President Mahama anye distracted. He believes that President Mahama would perform more than he did even in his first term. Yekasa or Yejuma Urano. Uye no so to nchaya. MP before Professor Ade, but also Professor Ade, who was an ardent critic of President John Dramani Mahama in his first term as president, and then waba abekase President Mahama 120 days. It is exceptional. It has never happened in the canals of our history before. And nti Osha sam penyinfo akukudam ne empenyinfo akesi o madwe mu bobel na ensam o mo ka bo ora John Dramani Mahama abaso na o mo ka se papa dwuma wudie no ye dwuma eso ani ye dwuma e wose ye bo abaso na ye hye wunkran na be ne ye dia na kire se ora John Dramani Mahama entompem se emfie 9 ne beso no na Ghana aye kora behwe na Ghana fa ntuma pafura na Ghana asiye sini dada mu bio na Ghana no aye na ye hwehwe no yensa ye den aka we've been able to build the Ghana we all want mini aba na obi be bisa se ensam no a owura John Dramani Mahama o kuche egu o manifesto mu a wo ka say wo ba wo be ye in first 120 days no eno na ne de he na nyanya bia eye dwumadi awudi afa ho no akosi san. These are very pertinent questions, sir. The people of Ghana would be asking, and they are very legitimate questions, sir. And what say ye ni na ye hwe ne answer ne di kan owura John Dramani Mahama ka say Ghana efo emano akwanya no be ye Ghana mampanyinia in his first 14 days in government wobeyi all the cabinet ministers for approval minyaba we odi so anase wende so. And in the history of Ghana and in the history of our fourth republican constitutional governance and minyaba ebc that say to abama mampanyinia within 14 days where you cabinet ministers say ebc that under John Dramani Mahama what promise he has delivered. We are not so to Ansah. I say I will constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days. One of the problems I have faced over the years, and then they say, over the years, ye bani ye be ministers ya. Yet me year to 125. Now besides say America Kurano about 100 times the size of Ghana no, and you be our ministers ya hey. China o me develop ye sika wo mo dodo sabe o kan Kurano etesa enkrane no. Minyaba nyame bi sa on say wo mo ministers ya he enso ye nyama mpanyini bia wotimi ba Ghana ha be fa 125 ministers ye bi sa ne sa de no wo say wono de wo pentama ya adwuma wono de wo hia ni padodo no watimi de o ma ya adwuma na ne bi sa ne say sa ni padodo no a wo hia awom de o mo ya adwuma no anyenye bia mfaso de ben na de bre Ghana fo anyenye bia ye nyamu mfaso ana da bi and your how onye amani hunu na bre ye enu nti owura John Dramani Mahama ka say wono de enya de a wo ba the second time na wa be fa nipa dodo na say ode omo ba bebu eman wa bere ko Ghana your population kra no 30 million kra fe ne nam ho enu nti wodi nipa kakra bi ana wa be fa no de wona bu man wa be fa not more than 60 ministers and then is 60 no kra kai no and 56 ministers pen wa fa na minya ba unim say you see baby so na we afa no say be fa so ben pa ana Ghana fo be nya wo hwa tianie. And now heard the salary of a young minister. Okay, can allowances ni basic ni ade bomu a minimum je not less than 60,000.
Okay.
60,000 but you any calculation no. Minister biano ye mawo a Land Cruiser baako and a Land Cruiser yantwa oba yan be 2.5 a million Ghana cedi. That's 25 billion. Yes, you have a saloon car. Saloon car, the specs, the amount of Camry. Higher specs with all the functionalities. Every car here be an umbi. And also, I can mean about one tokra and about 1 million Ghana cedis. brand new. Okay, I hear 2.5 million plus 1 million Ghana cedi. I hear 3.5 million Ghana cedi. 35 billion for one minister. Eti, young father said President Mahama of our assistant ministers. Akufo-Addo also for a year 120. Uti a year 120 free system. I can't. And yes, system. Eti kan kwan ka ye betoma eye your friend say President Mahama so ka so for 120 ah kan ka ye betoma sa system ministers no ba ku bia aye 3.5 million but obi fa calculator no nya calculation man 3.5 million times aye 60 3.5 million times system but one aye calculation na ma me ya wo mo me nya calculation no
me phone calculator ni
3.5 million times 60 Niaba enye sika ketwa sika buburu ja sika sa sika we ye de koma kurase osuna suku adan ye betumi yesi no enye suku adan ketwa eye sika enese ye de komi kromo ye osuna ensuo no ayase no e wo hono ma galamse fu ase no ye betimi de ayi eye kana no amensuo na eden aflo 210 million Ghana cedi be wa we made the quarter to us can body pay. This is the amount of money His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana has saved the people of Ghana.
There's a market expenditure.
Yes, expenditure has been cut.
Okay.
We are no sufri wa Minister Biano. Yama accommodation we are.
Yeah, yama.
Accommodation ni hono. Yama a 20 or 25% of your basic salary. Safa ko hand dying. Yama your friend say day security allowance. You day security night security your man Yamao garden boy sika. Yasiyamao house help sika. Sa sika we ni nankasa nkofo nkomba beje. Eti sa system ministers na Urajo Mandamani ama to nche no. Anke ka Ghana fo bebo these ministers ho enko amini aba over 1 billion Ghana cedi. Na no free SHS ntumi nye.
Okay.
And then kola abase sab visa wo muntumi enko school no munya school dan trem no anke ye fa NC school dan ma wo mana and then school fee dia nanka mre bia abesi atwam na ye di omsika ma wo ma Akufo-Addo amammo mu wo mantimi antu o maka no anke sika ne tin fa ntu school fee di amen kola ntimi nko school ana. These are the benefits of those promises Urajo Dramani Mahama or executed. These are the benefits of the promises. We hold national dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal program to guide the budget. Sad discussion we are some parties all your way and also delivered.
Okay.
Or say the party scrap the following draconian taxes e-levy. Oh, Urajo Dramani Mahama Nyankopon shira wate. Say ye boni bia. Ni enuanu MPP for kacha yen say. Womo dia akwanya se bia so a ombefa. Womo di e-levy abehye kom, no omde ba behye kom. If so won person ombeko IMF man kola bia ko kire omo ne omo nye. Enu nti efa akwanya se bia so di e-levy be sensen yen kom, enu ati no esan da yen, esan de ye ko IMF. Urajo Dramani Mahama say 120 days. Oka so betwam ye nuanum so udwa wanum ene wetwam. Ye nuanum investors the other day be ba ha me ka kire awo investors ye nu na ye invest bi. We invest usika kakra na wanya no we invest no. We invest we ya na Akufo-Addo afa kwati kwan so oni ba homia na 10% wa maje. Mini oti here ono a serious investor. Ni sika Akufo-Addo agye. Because of that, into no tutiano and can kotuma MPP. But because of that, tutiano. Because of a betting day, a tax.
Okay.
Ebio, Urajo Dramani Mahama, I boss about what say first 120 days, Wabaya and NSA. Also implement no fee policy for all first year students in public tertiary institutions. Here, may I it's of critical importance to me. Dientia make us say, and me secondary school, me about ye. Na my pass my top forms, my University of Ghana, Legon. Nemum, a yes school fees ya dear ba how to pay the admission fee was a problem. It meme nana amede. Yango pon fa ne krensie. Baby owo bia nyame nsira no. Me nana say Miura Saturday de meto ne kunu ti no frɛ Miura me ma won't na fie ne me ma won't na fie tina hwɛ me kokofo a ɛwɔ wurudu no me de ba kosia wo wa na ma gisika de amaw ama akotua ɛyɛ admission fee na kosuku anu waso ma me kofrɛ koko krache baaye ɔso koko krache me koko no aso a ne sa enche me ba bete ma me sika mfa ma me nana no fa nkotua admission fee nkonya enko suku ana koko krache epe kakra de ma me a me kotua admission fee eko University of Ghana ana ne ama me nso matim ya se mafata e de ma betena studio ha no eno to ora John Dramani ma hunu se enkola de bebre no ano se omo wie secondary education no a empo one ya pass de nanso wa pass no na what forms are when you admission into the university mini aba sika wo de ba ko tua admission fee no it is a problem. And so for that matter nipa no pass when you admission and so school no kura wanya dan won ko and into John Dramani Mahama in the wisdom of John Dramani Mahama no se dabi sa na tie de a say you wie secondary school now pass auto forms na ye fa won kwa de a akonya wo homa wo se bini abajabuta na hade hu ya me pese ho na hia
every year bia
every year bia
no na me pese wo
nti mi na me kirem de aba
enya se bia
me kirem
mo first year you
dabi so you see it was part of the 120 day a year promising
okay
and na me tie on a sister a station on I think Asempa na omoka so no omontimi nya wo hwe as we speak
okay
this policy is under me my friend is institution headed by Dr. Siraj Sajda.
Okay.
Look, you launch the portal now. A 1 year I register our school no akwenya wo hose one more ever apply for the no fee stress. It's a ne owofu bi awutie wafa bi awutie anti bi awutie nana bi awutie sa wo ba first year Mani logging onto www.sltf.gov.gh. Don't apply for no fee stress. And also say no fee stress.sltf.gov.gh. Now apply for a year the no fee stress. If it's a buyer Jessica Botany 499 million Ghana cedi. Say you know akonwa and then one more way. Akonya abada hono e wo so music o matua no you refunded them out
first year student am ko tertiary public tertiary institution
yes public tertiary institutions
so it's not like say bia ye give data at the University of Ghana ye give data the afia na ehunu say the number of students here omu rem no wo mo yes
so
some apply to say the weekend
so this is the first year.
Okay,
now this was part of our 120 day a year promises but also oyawe and nti ye beji Ghana banya no na first years no amako school de da me pa joti ameka na say as of 7th January 2025 yes so in President John Dramani Mahama no na first year for no school de da meanwhile so ye ka say ye ba wo mo ka free no free stress no mo ka ho
okay
enti kwan ben so ade ye be fa o mo ka ho na ne o mo school de da no o be benefit from the no fee stress. And that is why we are asking them to apply now, so that in your moving forward, you better be I refunded the amount moving a year forward. Then we're moving forward now. We may not pay to a year a friend says no. We may get the data from the universities, cross check with that of a G Tech. Then we will reconcile the two. Na afi ya payment the amount a school so no. Send ya baya and kolani na betimi akwanya no matimi ya registration no matimi ya dey ako school no no mo hwan dey ahai won. And unti sa no fee stress where ya there me it is of utmost importance to me because of kwanya me fa so ansa na metimi yakọ university. Sanya me na mede ana de ni kokosi awo anka kwadwoda nkwa ma nya konya ametena Kra FM studio kama say I massa me no be dey e be di yes ankomo yi enoti ohwe owura John Dramani Mahama ne promises will make your first 120 days abi aba no kura ne say largely, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana ought to be applauded. And was a minu me no ye bon sama owura John Dramani Mahama. If you say near 1 year no, you can't bluff who say unprecedented. You didn't see that you tibia bakosanda. You who say you banya who is committed to his or her promises over the year, the short period of time, you know, what to me deliver to this extent.
Okay.
The BNC or Ghana Bako Semuda. I was here about John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, Kwaju. Solo, I was a for Solo Moussa John Mina. Solo. I demand the away pa. Sorry, I no pa me too many shaha, me who ha. Me too many shaha, me who ha.
When you papa yet, you are or much dear Abro William.
I hear one in papa.
And this is where I'm by a go your tia. What kind of Medoka said the stability of the water levels is still 14,000 TU. Medoka said, maybe that's a good street in Yajuma. Obiawe University 10 years, Onyanya Juma. 8 years, Onyanya Juma. It's so sad. Medoka say, sad nose fee stressing. Baby ko University 1999. Onum papa be a friend no Harry Sawyer.
Yeah, Harry Sawyer.
Harry Sawyer was then the Minister of Education. Not the deputy Ebin Chambers.
Ebin Chambers. Okay.
That time no Haruna Drusu and a news president. Yenjirani and no call street so you demonstration be a friend of a mobile struggle. Ya Mushi Haruna Mumusana say. You see, as fortunately, only education minister boy. Ya Mumusa Haruna say, then and a mobile struggle. And a Brunco phone be. It was academic user fee and residential facility user fee. And this is the cover by. See, if after 20 something years, almost a mobile year. Now me I name this factory, Haruna name this factory, Mutala name this factory. Yeah, me see me babe bomba baso. I can do that. So what must you? The Ghana for any issue in the moon say a bit too galamsi ase, ebe me juma ba, a chronum bete, na a mebrum wine home, and a red in Ankoda Inumi, wouldn't red.
Martini didn't buy me who say that.
And Rakoshe Street in a Sunko Fuswan Nation, at the Barcelona Lusu, Kofoy investment, and Juma Kano, betting professors and Abacron. So, yes, 120 days, maybe say to Abamora Mahama, 1,480 days. So the 120 days and come quoting. It doesn't mean anything to me. The MFC was here day. Ya ho den tan na chi se obetumi ayama Ghana fo nyina ho ayede ato edro bia ni we wiase e beji obi a politician bia just a performance be free need FM na be akwa bia betena ho se ye friend say Prophet Razak ana nyamia ka kire Prophet John Mama e be say di 12 years akara se jama 100 se muno di nyami dina edi se muno so tia se edro bia ni we political party bia just a performance. Bosha Moshe and Mundi Sumam and Mebuni Yagmanye 24-hour economy. See a Bay Juma, I want to say 133. So the formation by Kwajo guy. Media minihow. Megana for the Juma Makoda. Minihow. But these are the issues that you took to the elections. Okay? 120 days, and there was a particular promiser. Ora mama, I don't know Ghana for you.
Okay, no idea.
I think promise 19 no apart from 19 there was a banking sector cleanup. How are you 25 billion echo solve 9 billion problem no? Here Ghana for power. SML Sasi Kapudio na near the Massa campaign Ghana for so more train. $58 million yadia kut form amena edaso da Ghana for so more train sky train ye train ECG containers ya mabroka tonaton power ya mu yusu prepaid beboa. What it means is somebody get yaka and also advance what ton aboka edika 68 billion and na Ghana for train eduma ya fo wi ase pa ni koko say wo tot koko akotom and also yaboka 32 billion and no ni adwuma Ghana for hwe ni muso man pani kwa kwaji ensika na ba na ye ja besia ne bone de Ghana ni and into a CEO of Cocoa Board Randy Abe Utiemia. I am not fascinated so what me identify and a container see I'm not interested. A deeper we are container no. A dear ye so mo discani show mo to end Easter and an Easter ko he ko o mo we sikanom de chile ana o sisi fiane bi no ango bi
me
anzo ya o ka dem wanyo o ti asie
me nko ho krada.
So these are the issues ama we na Ghana for ni to who say anytime abeka ora se me na Ghana for na charge tibo bi anye mistake. How is it say yeti kromwa can ofurata eso no ma? How is it? A yet there na OSP declare fugitive, declare wanted, the next day clean, we forget. How is it? These are the issues. Pudio na wo mo eno no se ko hwem ni ajiba. As for 14 ministers near year 14 days in appointment. Yes, why are you appointed? Ateso. You say a set standard never successive governments so yeah movement dey say back the nipa 40 the be adwuma. Don't say 60. And now become say 56. You say you dey am the train become. In go for the be adwuma mombi. Mo. Divine tia maka kire mo say mo man position.
They see akafo.
Tia na mo ye. Mo man position. And I'm very serious about that.
I said solution here.
Me position. Me but mo man position. Go man kan mo chia. Mo be di mo dokoro ka ti o hwe benim. Onu si mi an so nka. Ba betena na wa ye ya na wa so wo mo so a. No. Wonu mo a omo ne omo chechire no. Bebi a chechire aboa no. E ho ana ye de isana no. Intimo bi ambe. But the truth of the matter is ora John Mama wa ya de. So car say may appoint me ministers within 14 days out to me you know. I think it's a good thing. Now was it obey 11 free ho what to me aye COVID went to me or my indication we know why I want to me and because it would have created a lot of revenue gap you know or man so the union scan out you and beyond everything you know. This at least is good we meet here halfway so say next year no to me ye na osan so jai your friend is a compound calculation of VAT any business in because a double taxation.
Okay.
Why ye gross na we na ye di NHI na ka ho no ansa ne aba be apply VAT. So double taxation and no kind of furata must be in this country. Na ka to ye ni na asoti ho want. 2018 and also minor ye to the compound calculation ba ye no only for a year. Na beka. E wo mti VAT na yetua no e na ma VAT nye 15 no okika bomu I so almost 21 to 22%. Oyema e ho ne ye a e be dey e be boa so what we meet here me I disagree with the betting tax but I promise say Ghana for any in why so I don't ye hwe ho to abaye dey.
Then exchange rate in so drop e ba no. Exchange
rate I am very happy and I have to commend the Governor of Bank of Ghana and na pound because you see Sanko ya ono anye kwa board so the constitution is so clear say Bank of Ghana and they are responsible for the stability of the currency. She said etumi stabilize na ekofo mu a adentira memfa eyima no memmo na baso
but solo matie MPP side nso a
who go tie say ya pomo mo free so go tie
bi say because omo buy no creditors ekabi oso mutu a contractors no ne ada ekabi eda ho oso mutu an omu ntua ye enti liquidation bi any system nim but so omo start say wo mu etua said ye hu say sidi no ahode ne eba so no enyina sa
very simple.
Okay,
the me hu an say me da say no awo nam sim nya no the minimum say dollar no ekofom ana ye constitution e didi djuma na ka kire say dollar ba for moi say dollar no ho adwuma Bank of Ghana na eye senior ekosoro amekwa akobo mo so bo no ba for moi under what circumstances am de kwa kohye obi foforo and it rather no make kire the governor your friends Dr. Siama say odena panfo say the omo ye bi e man ba fom no omo ntonko so because ekosoro amia na me sa be tira ka say masa Here na start to say kofo e bo businessman no e janya wan was a good issue statement because I don't want a secretary. That was one of the reasons why MPP lose a lot of votes. Because businessmen are fenipa. Or no, any businessman be now how many businessmen in time about office or about KC government projects. Turn out on town say hey. And this usa shin jetra. Now we shen ni high. And the bubefu. Say ba for mo ye mpaye nyina ne say obekoto akoso aye de wo ye no. It will rushing digit ni mo a. Na nka ya hwe your friend say the Middle East model oko Dubai near Abu Dhabi near year for the last 15 years so what me a hedge there am to the dollar 3.68 the businessman be to me plan say be yeah Ghana want to me plan it so enti a quiet bit me hedge na say you be hedge na even 10 cedi to the dollar for the next 15 years so you say sanity no be a day a plan it a hono ekoyi. Now we're coming here economic dialogue, why here educational review. That is in itself and it's okay. But the most important thing is the outcome. No, the omukoko discuss here the free mobile and say the bedijuma. I'm on mine why they atono. That is where we are. After all, yenya kukumase and this is for some befa keep course. Movement see befa nyamuransa. We almost befa insabom. The destination is Kumasi. Kumasi na ye kan se Ghana be develop ama ye nkofo anope bia omuko duru America embassy ye nya sofo bompa ye gu so ewrade mo viso asa de ye be gu samgem ana omo de omo ko heaven udu Canadian embassy e wa Belém pe traffic light and ye nya obi okuta code na okọ gina Yesu be ye so obi ko akọ visa ko Canada because Canada is heaven. That is how we have been reduced to ni nyina ye leadership yenya obi obetwe lead year the ekoso amama so we can turn it around and it is our duty say beboa ora mahama but yeah boa no we will criticize him constructively because your tax is set to young guys be ababa yimu a o master te edi na on the your friends say after 6 months that's honeymoon period after the real game will begin. So tiase mebunu nya adwuma.
Okay.
Mebunu nya adwuma. And you know on the score no member na average. Ebi wa wonye ebi wa waye. Na on ton koso na on kwai Exim Bank say board nyamba. Bo pewe bi de eya sha mo fa no kwhye.
Why?
Exim Bank obroso.
Omo fa hwan kwhye o. Divine.
Abchira mo se muni baby a be sha me aba identify baby a
ebinu na be hwe baby ebinu na media ebinu be ko Ghana Post
Ghana de
so hwe baby ebinu
Ghana Post o mo je ifa me za mo e ba godi
baby ebinu na me de bi be ko Ghana Post
na ma ko
na me kra me so mo nkai kra se me exist you
and me do be ko movement ye be party by end of
mo fa me mrem
movement ye party
yeah that political party no man fa nko me de se ba hwa wa mo etibia na me do ko na nwode no ya de bia so mu no wasa so de atwabo mo na mo ma turn against mo a mo hwe de MPP crowd ye wo bo na wo be turn against NDC kabuti bete ade na da bi
oh Debbie me turn against NDC
and the term was said
against NDC. The American said dollar there. And bread form.
But bibi.
Na me starting me business.
Dollar ne there and na me. Na amanfo bi su say ada na dollar na ba.
Baga for.
Na we say na hu ya say o dollar. Ma me fa say futu enka. We a businessman now o dollar good for ma be o dem ma be worker. EPA because you see there is no indication say a better around this year. Short ya say rather yipi never be business and a panic behind this system no say as a per dollar wunye binti no o ko hold
unim say before elections and obi dom me some 500
yeah what do you see
and where you am akota masasa
oh because what is sir what is no below 10 oh yes rate na ekono. There is no way best as a rebound this year.
Okay.
Ti ebeko for more.
Okay.
So ti ase. Nti mo
But
dollars.
sabe de, nti wo bi a so ko na kwase sabe because.
And I'm about for
it.
Now, I said, no, I'm an Anaka Caribbean on my side. I'm a fan.
I was making me $100 I would do girl gun.
What can I say?
First $100, about 7,700. As you say about 1,000. That's what you pay $400.
Oh, say ye. I just want to know.
Now there's a local. That's it.
Now if I promises here. You talk one way. And I say, your choice.
Omunyama. Reversal of we say no.
So I mean, I new here. Maybe my time was about 10 minutes.
5 minutes. One next me 5. Divine Bremen Education Minister. I say almost said. Public universities are renaming course or more person very investing in now.
Unim, say about public universities are nanado bed name mu ye ne de keka woni na. Enra ya party issue statement.
Okay.
I wo ho say as I say immediately Mahama government no reverse ill advised, ill motivated renaming of those tertiary institutions, it didn't make sense at all. And some of the universities and another or naming no minimum advice or check some of the acronyms are just say fa bakubia CK2D unim say and unim when it comes to about naming monuments and as a projects and anyama be after obi so the obedient to so no and ye bibi track ka ye the emotions and family maybe some ties be and some kind of inclination mean ye you as I say ye tumi nya abedwa fortress no mo consider say ade we nipa we role ben no play wo mu identity dey need to so history be guide yen all these things in say some of these institutions are name me o dey chere me Rosa CK Tadam o play need dey know way apa apa UDS Upper West near the Baku unim
ho dia no asesa we no
unim say kakete Legon.
Oh, Legon.
Ya nye de da.
Anko asesa no.
Omo person mu sisa history no writing in the country say JB da kwa na first person or starting a University of Ghana say more or less like a kindergarten kind of thing. And na sa ne be da ho no. You see all these things in for me. Ade no do saka bia and na otudin. Ana meboa. So unye bia ada na de obi aye no de wa it do no see ya no de sabi o when Ansah and no de 1 year rename name after the family ne wo fafo ne nabusuafo wa Ansah nka uti anka obi bia anka no oba ya wa ba besesa edin ni nyina aye no je say ohwemu a na akofa abusuani bidin na de aba beto so ohwemu a na akopa obi a open asem no to say na be enim President John Dramani Mahama should do the needful.
Okay.
On reverses are edini nyina me na mehwe and na me kra on reverse nyama no san so reverse security na on anado fee anymore no. Oh no, honestly, it's a private road oh. Yeah, access da. Yeah the year juma. What the time na wie see ano say wo baby a ebia security ba akoti ni fee anymore but road o makoso a block.
As a former president an entitlement.
Oh, you see etwenwo JJ fee ho de bia. Unim JJ fee ho. The all wire way rich you came obi am blocking road here obi am blocking
am block sa road no
ya road na kasa na ya blocking
okay
na do fie na nim oni ma on police station ya blocking e so you o clear omu nyina fie onum na wa de yan kasa me script ni fie but road ni de road What I say, and no so reverse, never be brought no more as a so reverse Chichi. Send an amino so looking about investigation about the banking sector cleanup. Ya beto abeya okay and tokobia many Charles Namibe Kuha. Ah, now Kase, ye be release Sika, ye be release Sika. Sika ye release you, but I said the customers car. All because na party yes Sika. 9 people 4 years car and then some of the MPs so musike bia kokem it they say yeah fast echo yeah bill quickly near release fund no MPP for no mu yom sika na ewo mu no na customers for no de enkoda kom sana mani nyina say so beti ya reverse no beti mi ahwehwe mu a ye pese ye mfa ne puma sibre embra o sansam nyina mentimi de sa ayinuma aruna mumbe ye me play some obia enye obia de Sadi no Massasa no University of Development Studies need the account edina yede at the whole fine Rollins here say bet to me nanado and pala say so see or to the dream papa na to din Rollins say you no see UDS say can leave and din to swear say the kind
and then Mills crowd there will see you know say sankofo din see late and think bet to so bad
ni nyina
ebusu
asem ya
okay Kwadwo MPP be protest at Yamu. More reverse, yeah.
Unim. You see, Empagin Force and you consu, Sabi, and a day, a boy here. Now, MPP, Ubabedi Ghana Banya, a Kufuado, in fear watching near. Binyaba, Bisamo say. Suku ya, what Moses said, Dinis said, in almost Ibagumbo. Maybe so. Almost Ibako. University of Health and Allied Sciences. Professor Mills, John Dramani Mahama, Abreso, and you see, Sabi one for blogger and tofem, one for so I'm mofem. No, but no BS in the Suku, Nippon see the Suku cry and find it in torso. Now, walk off party for a dinner dabba to Sukuneso. Now, only near ya, say, Emra no more change of name, no crown. Sika, one of the farm who a D and a Nessica Kuma. Me President Kufuado ba Ghana eye abanya so wo ba na osi suku ni bi ana okofa na maame din ebeto so okofa na papa din ebeto so ofa na wofa no din ebeto so a anka menini ni problem se we de onu wasi suku ana ado na no so do person odo na din ye dey eto so na won twan ma obi suku a no abesi emfie bebrenie UDS eye friends and Rollins ana meboa and a bay UDS. Now Rollins no be UDS would the cop. And can the papa moon park? I was a Rollins dean and I was a car that also. The pub Bonesemunti, or forward a party for. And I would do with dean about two school so. What be school no? Who buy well just a secondary school crowd and see back crowd secondary school crowd and see back crowd. Now campus what could see university no walk to who dean. It's what the minister is doing. It's a step in the right direction. I was see a minister, Ora Haruna Idrisu. I was see a Bonabaso. Said Nawaya na adwene say, Sadia no aye nuanu mo ba ya ombeye no. Obede, obesesa no. If you say, look, omai mu a sabe ye wei. Sabe. Ade ba akwa was ye na ye hunu say. Say, oh ya ade bi na wan hwe ni for instance. Say ye sisa suku din one hwe no one hwe ni pa sebe omabo bra ama oman Ghana anya omo ho mfaso ana ye hwese ye di omudin etoto ne maso a aha dachi ankwa ma bia nti ma be ka kire yense sebe ne ye nkwasiafo anyanya bia CK tademo se ho anwan no ede empa soronko no waye ede aboa Ghana bibisa ho ade soronko ban PK apia minka o se hwan I'm ready say ba ku bi o say PK apia minka ni ebisa ne say what exceptional thing and omo ye ya eboa Ghana Ghana free or how bi mu enu nti ehu hia say e wo say ye to omo ye di omudi ekoto yesuku so omo nye bibia so ma ye bibia MPP mu no mo ye no even within MPP mu kra ba
even ponu so ma ye bibia mpala ohwe school na bakosem ni history no at least ye kire omo a say your education is for onu mu a ye won krofo a omo educational sector mu a omo play role sam omo mu nyina omo ni educational sector ni ba bia mbona ma omo mu ba bia o So it doesn't make sense.
Okay. So, Minia.
Okay.
Maybe I do it. We are resetting everything. You did this, Sabi, you know, buy or Mobetiano. Send your bay a gun of a fan tomorrow.
Okay, solo. Mammy knew me why.
That's it, we won't.
I
so all the website that to get into honor school for
my young muscle.
I'm repeating my
no fees stress. It's NO but you are NOFEESSTRESS. No fee stress. Dot SLTF. SLTF no a short form of Student Loan Trust Fund.
Okay.
SLTF.
Okay.
Dot GOV. That is government gov.
Okay.
Dot GH Ghana, short form of Ghana.
Okay.
So no fee stress. Dot SLTF. Dot gov. Dot GH. And now so say www.sltf.gov.gh. Na okwa wako aye no fee stress. Na wako click apply. Nyam here aye mobile phone number or Ghana card. Na all the aye verification actually say we Ghana ni na wa fill the necessary aye details no. Na ya ma information bi a wo say wo fill wi a we take a picture actually say nipa no a enter Ghana card number na wa.
Okay.
Na afi no yenya aye no Student Loan Trust Fund aye akache afi ye process wi a school for what then.
Okay, solo.
Eddie na make bio. Your friend say
any that's
say most of change di na mo change di na.
Okay.
Say nipa na omudinda so say nya papa say no aso change no. Papa so na malaka.
Ma ban di o mbe ye bio.
Why?
Ma ban.
Be movement for change.
Mu be ye bi pa. Ransom Education Center say me kan tell say Ransom Education Center say me kan tell say who 19 years and above solo chairman. Solo ikonya me ba. 19 years and above or say 28 July to 4th August 2025 fee to $1,650 per Dubai trip. What the over 19 years and above parents in Yinaka what the move called Dubai 28th July to 4th August 2025 $1,650. It says the dollar net drop paper. And 7 nights. Okwa could do 1 week 7 nights. Dubai ya baby also do Kobiano Marina Do Cruise and our face no Aqua Venture Day Pass Abu Dhabi City Tour. Nina Kahubi 80 so. But my dear friends, 0245792144 0245792144 and I said 0240815744. So MTN everywhere you go. 10 Ghana cedis pay. Ubenya SIM card. Na wetimi edi udjuma. Afe Father Abraham Herbal Spiritual Hospital say of anko barriers of Fasta Oil filling station. Yade kwankro bia beso usubia sunsumu kon sunsumu amane cases bia promotion lucky bia wo pebiano for any chere Father Abraham ho of anko barriers of Fasta Oil filling station. For 0244371695 0244371695 0559 114122 so afi yentwe ho na yemra.